Hey kids, it's RevBomb. How you doing, guys? Welcome along. It is the last stream of 2022, and good to see everybody's here. We've got Andy here, Peaky, Exeter, White Rock, MT Valley's here, Crafty Poncho, and Ali is here, Redlock. So welcome along to the stream. It's Friday night as usual, all the normal stuff, and maybe a little look at the parish news. If you've been following the WhatsApp group that we've got two groups, UK Motor Vloggers and the Ride group. There was certain annotations to someone heading over to a place near Aylesbury. I think Andy was offering some of his whiskey to someone else. So yeah, so I won't say hey kids, it's just Rev Bomb here, unfortunately. Don't forget, if you are watching on the rerun or you're watching on the stream, give that Friday Night Live a thumbs up for us. We're going to post up the link for you. So if you do want to come and join us, StreamYard link is on the side. All you need, computer, jump on the stream, bring yourself, bring the microphone, bring a camera. And you may notice it's not so whiny tonight. We are using, great idea of Andy's this, to use my Rode wireless mic off my crash helmet into my computer. So we did try this out on a couple of other people's streams, and it does sound a lot better. So you don't hear the Henry Hoover going off so much on the back of the computer. As Andy says, hands off the scotch. We are on the Doom Bar tonight, so I've got to be a good boy because I am back at the garage first thing in the morning, and we've got a lot to do tomorrow. I've got to service an ambulance, so it's something slightly different for us. Cheers for that, Exeter. Yeah, there's a little bit better sound. I do like these Rode mics. A lot of people have said obviously go for the other wireless ones, but after seeing Andy's stuff and watching his setup on his crash helmet, I decided to copy it. So hats off to Andy. Obviously, Andy and his GSA tractor. As for Simon, I don't know. I am thinking, I've got a feeling he may still be on the picket line or obviously recovering from doing all these HGVs. So I haven't spoken to Simon in a little while. Was good to see Jim Diesel up and doing his Lego modelling over the last couple of days. And obviously Military's shared up my stream on his channel as well. So don't forget, 31st, 1 a.m. in, I think it's Canadian time. Exeter's going to go on, so it'll be a little bit earlier in this country. If you fancy going to watch Military on the 31st, that all looks good. As Boo Rider says, right, hi kids, now let's look at the MCN. I'm not doing MCN. I used to do little bits of the MCN occasionally, but it's with motorcycle news, it's tending to be very, very cash orientated. So, MCN announces the new Goodyear tyre out, and you found they've been sort of backhanded to get a post on. So, I don't tend to do a lot of MCN now. I tend to just do the live stream, everybody jumps in, and we just have a little bit of a free-for-all. Exeter did a very, very good live stream. He had obviously Saddlebags, Epic Adam, Epic Motorcycle Adventures in, and it was very, very good to see everybody on that stream and actually just join in on the side chat and not have to talk for a change, which is what I normally do. A couple of quick hellos. Sarah Does Moto is here, so obviously Burning Gas Hauling Gas has changed channel name. It's now being run by Sarah, and hats off to Sarah. She's doing a bloody fantastic job on there. So well done, Sarah. CDB's in the room. Hey, but today on the MCN is the electric LXR. If Lexmoto ever did an electric LXR, I'd probably be the first one to be offered it, but there is nothing coming out at the moment. And before we obviously forget, it is the over 18s disclaimer. Adult jokes and F-bombs may occur during the entire show. So if you are coming in, it is language, whatever you want to say, you can say, as long as you don't mention the C word. And obviously BBB knows all about that. And Andy said he needs us cool guys on his live stream. Side chat is up there and the StreamYard link is up. Don't leave me hanging on my own tonight. So if you do want to come and jump in on the StreamYard link, there it is. Click that StreamYard link, come and jump into the green room, and I will get you up on the show as soon as I can get you in. MT's just said, just had my bike insurance renewal through, 192 fully comp for next year. Very, very good price. As Peaky said, no C-bombs. Yeah, you can if you want. Yeah, I don't really mind. I just have to obviously keep an eye on the channel on the YouTube, because YouTube has a habit of actually blocking out anything that is slightly offensive. So I have to be very, very careful and obviously monitor the channel. But normally we end up going red within the first 30 minutes. So if anybody wants to come and jump on the StreamYard link, come and jump in. Andy, if you want to come and join in for a little while, or Peaky, if you want to come and jump in, mate, you're very welcome to do so. Quick hi to Jono. Evening, Jono. Good to have you on the stream. Bike Shaw, £232 last year, and it's gone down. It's gone down to 192. So not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all. CDB, we are looking to obviously do a Super Sausage run in the next couple of weeks, but obviously this Sunday being a New Year's Day, most of us are going to be either recovering with a bad hangover or nursing sort of bad heads the following day. So just got to say, Jim Diesel is in the room. Here he is, Mr. Lego Builder. It's good to see you, Jim. Good to see you up and moving around, and obviously recuperating slowly. So it's good to see Jim is actually getting some health back. Epic Adam is here. Good to see you, Adam. And Adam's got a very, very good channel as well. So go and check out Epic Adam when he's not heckling Exeter in the background. So hi to him, and Howie's here as well. So 121 with B Moto. So yeah. So there's some good insurance prices banging around. So obviously Andy does work a lot. That's why he earns the big bucks and can spend £157 on a bottle of whiskey. And I obviously do German jobbies. He did a little short. I did pick up on his short earlier. So German Jobbies is banging out some content as well, riding around on his bike. As Exeter says, hello, Adam. You going on it? As I say, guys, StreamYard link is up in the side chat. If anybody wants to come in and obviously just chat bikes, you're very, very welcome to do so. But not much going on, because obviously the middle week between Christmas and the New Year does get very, very quiet for us. So we get little bits and pieces. This week, it's gone absolutely mental. I think I've got 5 or 6 MOTs to do tomorrow. So everybody's all decided, bang an MOT up. And without further ado, it's my ginger mucker from another brother. Here he is. It's Mr. Peaky Biker. How you doing, pal?
How you doing? Okay, you okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Nice little ride outs that you're doing at the moment.
Yeah. Like I say, because I've had 3 weeks off work, I can get out. So
all right for some. I haven't ridden the. I ain't been out on the GTR for about 4 weeks since I had it valeted. I'm riding customer bikes about, but
yeah,
it's nothing beats being out on your own bike, and just itching to get out at the moment. But obviously, this Sunday I'm going to be probably nursing a sore head. And the Saturday after is our works Christmas party. So we're off to Bistro Live for a 70s and 80s night. So obviously Sunday the 8th is the Chilly Willy run up in Northampton, which I was going to try and get on with obviously Ali and Hayden and that, but I shall probably be nursing a sore head again. Yeah, and if I've had a drink, then I am not, even if I've had 1 pint, I am not flinging my leg over any bike.
No.
You know, if I'm in the car, then I'll risk a pint because I know I'm surrounded by a steel cage. But 1 pint on a bike, absolutely big no.
Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Yeah, I did. As you probably know, I did the all-shoe pass yesterday, and I got some really good footage with my 360. So I'm just in the process of editing that at the moment. So yeah, that'll probably be out probably next week, mid next week, I'd say. The only next one I've got coming up is New Year's Day, which is the LS2 carbon review, which I've got coming
brilliant.
up. So
how are you getting on with that helmet,
mate? Honestly, as I said on the review, I'm quite honest about it. For vlogging, with the weight of it, it's fantastic. It's brilliant. The only downside is obviously with carbon fibre, it's a very wind deflective. It's quite a noisy helmet inside the helmet.
Yeah.
But apart from that, if you could live with that, you know what I mean. I'm happy with that. Do you know what I mean? When I go touring, I'll put my big screen on. It's only now I ride with my little screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I've got my one is sitting just behind me. So I went and got water in the front of the Subaru, and once you get water in a hole, obviously the water builds up, and it just loosens the Subaru. So it's all back together now. I've managed to screw the mount onto the side for my drift as well. But that's the this is the LS2 Valiant, but it's the Valiant 2. But it's got a 360 degree, 180 degree flip on it. So open face. That's me Cardo one there. The mic for my drift is there, and then the other mic that's sitting just in above that one there is the one for the GoPro. So I've got my mic sitting in my cheek pads, which is great. So obviously when you've got it down, it actually covers up where the mics are.
Yeah.
But that's the slight difference. Like if I can get in close on it, you'll see it's hand brushed titanium on that.
Nice.
So yeah, they actually approached me because when I had the accident on my last one and dumped the helmet on the road, the bike, I actually paid 35 quid to have it x-rayed and scanned. They said there's nothing wrong, it's just scratched. You've just literally scratched the back of the helmet, but it's safe to wear. But I said to them, I'm not going to risk putting my head in that if it's gone down. But they said, no, it's fine. We've got the paperwork here. It is still road legal. There's nothing wrong with it. I went and bought that one. I approached LS2 and bought that one. But I've kept me old helmet as my pillion helmet. So if anybody wants a quick ride round the corner, they've not got a helmet and they need to get somewhere, stick my helmet on. I'll run you around the corner.
Yeah, stick that one on that I've crashed in. You'll be all right.
He was just saying, I think you ain't got no air peaky, extra wind noise.
No, there's no buffeting, is there? That's the problem.
Chris is here, evening Sprocket Rocket. So Chris is in the room, everybody. Yeah, good to see you, Chris.
We had a good live with me and Rev the other night.
Oh, that was good fun. Paul just said, there's a lot of people go, hello, kids, or hello, kids. We're not talking about that other biker.
Dodgy.
Gets a bit dodgy when he lives just round the corner from me. In fact, I think Andy's actually nearer than I am. So Andy's nearer to him than I am. Chris, StreamYard link is up if you want to jump in, mate. Quite welcome to jump on there. As Ali was mentioning on the ride team today, because we obviously had one of our ride girls in, Adelia, brought her LXS in for a service. And I went, oh, I like your little... She went, yeah, Ali from Ali Redlocks gave me the idea. And I went, oh, what is it? And it's just like a little silk bandana. Just tie it round your hair and it stops your hair catching in the top of your helmet.
Did one of them for the beard?
What's that?
Did one of them for your beard?
That'd be an idea. The only reason I grew a beard over Christmas is obviously when I'm out riding, the first couple of weeks I was getting back and all the bottom of my chin was red and chapped. And one of the guys went, yeah, it's just the amount of water just splashing off your chin and just the wind. It's gonna chap your skin. It's like dishwasher's hands, basically. And he said, yeah, what the best thing to do is that's why most bikers have beards if they do a lot of riding, is to obviously stop the chin chapping. Okay, right, I'll grow a beard. I actually feel a lot more comfortable with it.
What's the real reason?
I think it's just to replace what's not on top.
That was a good bluff. It was a good try. What's the real reason?
Yeah. But she hates it, and she's like, "Well, when are you shaving? When you shaving your beard off? Well, when you get rid of some of your body hair?"
Fair play. Fair play. What are you drinking tonight then? What you drinking?
We are on the Doom Bar tonight.
Oh, Doom Bar. It's all right, Doom Bar. I've got a couple of I've got a few selection of beers tonight to try. So I've got Firecatcher.
Hey.
I got that to try tonight. I've also got and the GSA tractor.
Cranky son. Adams just said, if you like TMF, check out Exeter Rider. They might as well be twins.
That's a bit close to the bone.
Oh, it's getting. Alice just said, "Love my black balaclava. Makes me look like a ninja." They are actually good. The old balaclavas and the headscarves and the bandanas are really, really good.
Yeah.
Normally in the summer, I live in bandanas all the time. I've got massive, great box of them somewhere. So
White Rock Rider. There you go.
I've got loads of them. Absolutely loads of like bandanas, neck scarf. Royal. Oh, you might recognise that one.
Royal Scots.
Royal Signals.
Royal Signals.
Yeah, Royal Signals neck scarf. Yeah, that was Daytona Girl's other half, Steph. Just rocked up and he went, "I've got a neck scarf for you." He went, "What's that?" I said, "What's that?" He went, I recognise the green and white. He went, "Royal Signals neck scarf. I got you one." I'm like, "You are an absolute diamond."
Fair play. The only reason why, a lot of the reasons why I wear them is because what I noticed, especially now my beard's getting back long again, because it was long before, but I cut it off. But before, I never used to wear a neck scarf, or I did, but it was just for my neck. And what I found was the beard was rubbing inside my helmet, causing the crackling on the mic.
Oh,
now I wear it to kind of keep that bit down, just so it don't touch the mic and don't get the crackling.
Exactly. Yeah. Not many people coming on. I thought at least Adam or Boo or Andy had someone who jump on tonight. Obviously, Andy's getting ready to go to bed, but
I think he's at work at fucking Rocket early in the morning again.
He's up on an early one. So StreamYard link is up, guys. If anybody wants to obviously jump in on the chat, otherwise it's the Rev and Peaky show tonight.
Fair play. That's all we want. That's all we need, mate. You know what I mean? Anybody else is a bonus, but if it ain't, we'll roll with it.
Yeah, Andy's saying he's actually in bed. No, we don't want to be seeing that. Adam's putting his son to bed at the moment, so bless him.
I bet you ain't seen it in years. Never mind that.
And Exeter just said, "I lapsed my license. I lapsed my license, Paul, so I can't fly anymore." You don't need to fly a plane to ride a bike.
No, you don't.
No, definitely not. No, I think it's a little bit of obviously one-upmanship. You get a certain stage of moto vlogger, and they tend to hit sort of the 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 subscribers, and they get a little bit full of themselves, I think. There's one guy that hasn't. That's Spicy 110. I've been following Spicy 110 since he did one of his first ever videos. And he is very, very good at what he does. And Spicy, he's out of Hayling Island, so very, very down-to-earth guy. And everyone still calls him Steve. But he's a very, very nice guy. Another one like Royal Jordanian, two and a bit million followers now, I think he's got. And when you actually see him in London, chat to him, he will never lift his. He might lift his visor occasionally and chat to you, but you know, at the end of the day, he said, "I am just a down to earth vlogger. You know, I'll quite happily say hello to members of the public and that, but my YouTube life and my personal life will never ever cross. You know, you will not know what I do in private." And he mentioned that. And the other one is obviously Premises 187. He's got a massive following in London. And he swears like the proverbial trooper. He don't give a rat's ass about anything. The same as what's his name, Beans on Toast. And that Beans is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good job I don't swear on my channel.
Yeah, he says. Let's have a quick look.
Can I just give a shout out for somebody?
Of course you can. Yeah, far away, mate.
Right, there's a channel. It's a Mark from Leeds. So he messaged me, basically just saying, "Did you know you put when I did the video that I did with the other rider to get the comms?" So basically, he was saying that my audio was coming through one channel and his audio was coming through the other channel, which I didn't know. So basically, he's got in contact with me and explained to me how you do it, so it's both coming out, both of the speakers, rather than one side and one side to the other side. So, and I didn't know that. I didn't know you do that. So, thank you.
Boo said he doesn't need it. The next guy, he's got BBB's fog to keep his chill. He must have a very small chin then. MT's evening, BBB. Yeah, you want to just jump on, John. Just do it. That's why I won't let my subs go past 250, says Howie. it doesn't matter how many, at the end of the day, love beans on toast. Cheers, about Bass Canyon. He did one recently. There was the Audi that was blocking the bus. And you can see the bus driver's like, I need some room, mate. I've got to swing the back end in. It's not a little car. And the Audi just would not move his car. And then obviously Beamsy went and said something. Somebody else said something. But that's why they normally say Audi drivers. Audi stands for arseholes usually drive it.
Yeah, you're right there.
Same as your BMWs as well, BBB, she just said, I wonder where my granny pants disappeared to, boo. JDM, well, yeah, Epic Adam, watch out. TMF will have his lawyers contact you for saying he looks like ER. ER is actually a bit more of a pleasant guy. I'm not going to go into everyone's heard the super sausage story of TMF, so I'm not going into it again, but as Ali said, that Audi was pathetic, absolutely. But the missus went. She went, "Are you watching Harry Hill?" And I went, "No, it's Beans on Toast." She went, "He sounds like Harry Hill."
Man,
Exeter rider is
Harry 702. Exeter, man, you're having some shit tonight. You're having some grief tonight. I'd come on, mate, just to bat it away from yourself.
Right, talking of people that have been out riding this week. Hello. Something strange in the room. It's the mad old biker. Evening, buddy.
How you doing?
All right.
Yeah, good.
I'll jump on for a bit and say hello.
Yeah, how was your ride out?
It was nice, although the brakes all need a little bit of adjusting and swapping and tuning, and it felt a bit loose because I hadn't ridden it for about 3 weeks, and I didn't have time to go around with the spanners and mess around with it. So I just thought I'd have a gentle ride, not take it too extreme. But it was nice to get out and get a bit of wind.
Yeah. Wind therapy. Crafty Poncho just got rid of the Benelli, pulled the trigger on the GSX F600, just waiting on delivery. I'll tell you what, the GSX F600 or the GSX 600, bloody fantastic bike. Have a chat with, I think Ali's got one as well, I think it was the next J6 actually, but most of those bikes that are around 600 are the older type are really, really good bikes. It's just like being in school again, Peaky. We're going to bring in this guy down here while I'm just going through these. Evening, Chris. He's got his little furry hat on.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Let me just roll through some of these side chats.
What, drinking coffee?
Cup of tea. Peppermint tea.
Peppermint tea?
Yes.
What's your missus drinking if you've got her drink?
I'm trying to go in the Exeter Riders stream, so I'm drinking peppermint tea and that,
Yeah, so you're not going pissed up. What time did we come off that live stream the other night?
I don't know.
About
half 4 in the morning or something like that, I think it was.
Mate, it was a bad one, that was. I was happy the next day.
That went on for about 6 hours, Zed's one, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think I bailed after about 2.5, 3 because I had to get up. But Jesus Christ, I logged back in because I normally get up at 5. I have to be at the garage about 6:30, 7 o'clock to open up. And I thought, I'll catch it. And I was just flicking through. Like, bloody hell, how long these boys been on for?
It's all the hours up in. To be fair, he this bloke, come on, day. I can't. What was his name now? Randolph.
Oh yeah.
Randolph. So he was good, man. He was good. I've messaged
Ronald. His name was Ronald.
That was it, Ronald.
Randolph.
I think it was close, wasn't it, Randolph?
Because no, what was it? I noticed Rowley was in there with the M109.
Yeah.
That bike. I'll tell you, that bike is a bit of kit. Ali's. It is an XJ6. Yeah, 37,000 on an XJ6 doesn't miss a beat. Everyone's picking on Exeter. Stevie's in the room. Evening, Stevie. Merry New Year, boys. Can't come in. Don't forget, check out Military Biker's channel. He's got a live stream on the 31st.
Stevie boy.
Is Man United playing then, Stevie?
It must be, yeah. Let's have a quick look. Zed was 6 hours and then he went on someone else's for another 4. Jesus.
Mate, he messaged us and he was underneath the quilt. He was just like hanging. I was like, to be fair, like I say, we drunk some beer, man, that night. Drunk some ale that night.
He's up, yeah, he's up.
It's one of them, you're just talking, just rambling.
I'll tell you what, that was a bloody good live stream though. Zed just cracking on because it was just guys getting in, and obviously Chris was stroking the bike again.
I've got a quandrum, boys. I need to talk to you. I'm looking for some advice, right?
Go for it.
And this is a serious chat, right? No taking the piss, PK, right?
Can't guarantee that, but carry on.
Hey, I want to sell my bike at some point, right? And I was thinking about keeping it for maybe another year or something, right? But I don't think that's the wise decision when I think about it, because when I bought it, it's now sitting with 22,000 miles on it, right? So I'm thinking I need to sell it now, or it's going to. If I keep it another year, it's going to end up with 30,000, 35,000 on it or something. So I don't know what to do. And I don't want to sell it privately because I can't be arsed with weirdos and coming to my house and gypsies coming to try and break in and stuff like that. So I was thinking, there's a guy up here. He sells bikes. That's his business, and he'll sell your bike for you, and he takes £700 for it. I think it is 700.
That's a big commission.
But he'll be able to get probably.
It depends how much he sells it for.
Aye, but he'll be able to get a lot more than, because he'll get, proper retailer's price for it, dealership price for it, But
to be fair, the only thing I'd say, if you're going to do that, just make sure you're covering your baseline, what you want for it.
And the other thing is, I mean, I've never been that good at selling second-hand stuff. See, to be honest with you, when you buy something, it's so difficult to get it at a cheap price. And then see, when I come to sell it, I feel as if it's worth fucking nothing.
Yeah. I've seen you with them condoms. You crap are selling them second-hand condoms.
What year is your 5
do I sell it? Am I better wait and sell it in the summer?
Is that a CBR? Is it the?
It's a Fireblade. So what year is it?
Right. So it's a CBR 600.
It's 600.
It's a 2017.
2017 CBR. There are two ways to do it. You can either post your reg in the private chat, because or I'll tell you the best thing to do.
Just look on eBay. Put the same year on eBay as your bike. And see what they're going for.
Go on to my because I've got let me go into my dealer link for Auto
I'll put it in the chat here. Hold on. I need both hands.
Let me just log into my.
So you only got 22,000 miles on it.
That ain't a lot. But what I can see the point you're trying to get at though. If you keep it another year, it's going to be 30,000 more.
And see during the summer, PK, I put unbelievable miles on my bike. Like I'll put another 15,000 on it this summer.
Can you say what you got on it? 32,000.
So no, it's at 22.
No, it's 23.
22,300.
22,300. I'm not a robot. Right. Now this is the dealer price. So if we was to buy that trade, you'd be looking between 4.2 and 4.6.
Right.
I would put at least most dealers
1,500 quid on that.
15 to £2,000 on top of that. So
minimum.
I would say anything from 6.1 to 6.6.
That's what I should be looking for it.
That's what you should be looking for it. Most dealers will put 1,500 to £2,000 on top of a used bike to make their markup. Because once you've done a service, you've done all the MOT on it, you're looking at 500-600 quid there. To advertise on Auto Trader, you're looking at £25 a week per bike to advertise. So you sit a bike on Auto Trader for a month, that's 100 quid of your margin slowly disappearing.
So I've been talking now, mate. If that was me now listening to that, if you can get this geese to tell you for 700 quid, I'll check that.
I think so too, and then
arm off.
it means I don't have loads of weirdos coming to the house and stuff because I fucking hate that. I hate it, man.
I mean, you might lose 700 quid, mate, but on the flip side of the coin,
Aye,
you ain't got that, and
Aye,
you ain't
saves
taking
you
it
the
to a
hassle.
dealer who's going to rip you off another 1,500 quid.
aye. And see, the thing is as well, I think he sells them quick, you know, because he's got all the he's got a good,
people in the
he's
know.
well known, reputation and all that sort of stuff.
There we go. Exit has just said you'll get 6K to the right buyer easy.
Aye.
We send you sitting on it.
Is it a CBR 600
honestly,
there?
it's I mean, it's my pride and joy. You know what I mean? I love it. It's well looked after. It's really, really, really well looked after. It's beautiful.
Is it a CBR 600F or the R?
RR, yeah.
Oh, it's the RR.
Yeah.
RR.
RR.
It's the thought. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you do get weirdos when you're selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and you always get those scams.
I've heard scare
someone
stories.
says they're going to wire you the money and send it through and all that.
I've heard scare stories about people phoning up and they go like
700
that. And they get your address, and then
Hmm.
once they've got your address, they don't turn up, and the next thing you know, guys are turning up and breaking into your garage, you know, this sort of stuff.
Oddly enough, which was a subject of police 24 hours in police custody.
Aye, I seen
where
that.
some guy had selling his motorbike, and of course, a couple of likely lads turn up and with the intention of nicking it, and it all goes Pete Tong from there. But actually, yeah, do you know what? I totally get. You know, I don't know what area you live in. I don't know what it's like there. And
Is that a private reg as well?
Aye.
Yeah.
I didn't put that on it. It came with the bike.
See, I'd look at taking the reg off because you'll probably get between 300 and 500
I put
quid
it
for
up
the
for
bike.
sale. No one bought it, so
it looks immaculate.
I'll just sell it with the bike. I'm not
Looks
interested in the private reg.
So what would you want to get anyway instead? Don't get a
GS.
GSA.
So, look, I don't know. I don't want to say what I want to get. I'll just keep that under wraps. But
JDM's just said, I'll swap you for my CB 500 since it's winter.
see, if I keep it any longer, I'm going to start spending money on it. Like I want to do things to it, but I don't want to do things to that because that's no my. I want to get 1,000. You know what I mean? And then that's the bike I'll do things to. I can put off fancy bits on it and stuff, and keep it for a long time.
Oh, Calzo's in the room. Evening, Calzo. Good morning from us. Wishing you guys Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Calzo. He's too young for a GS. He said.
Yeah, far too young. You gotta be 40 plus for a GS.
Exactly.
I need to get rid of mine then.
I was actually looking at going for a new GS in 2023, but since I had the GTR valeted, I'm like, once he cleaned it, and I'm like, fell in love with it again. So I thought, right, what do I do? I'm gonna keep some money in the bank, possibly get a second bike next year just for running around on. But I've just spent another 750 quid on mods for the bike again, so I've gone loads of bits and pieces on it. So I've got clutch and brake covers in GTR 1400 now.
Carbon fibre or
no, they're billets, billets,
yeah.
but it's actually inscribed with GTR.
Inscribed, yeah.
1400. Yeah, they're really nice ones, but they're German ones. So I've got to wait until the 18th of January to get hold of those. I ordered those over a month ago. But each one is handmade, hand CNC'd out, so they are a little bit pricey. Got a new gear selector switch coming because my neutral light keeps going on and off, and as soon as you lose your neutral with the side stand down, boom, it kills the bike. So another one of those coming. Couple of extra little bits and pieces. Andy's just said, what happened with the test ride, RB? I'm waiting till middle of January now. It was just too cold and too bloody wet to get on the GS, especially with all the snowfall. It was booked when the week it snowed, so I've just said to them, hang on, and I'll do it mid-January, but I'm going to do a review on it. Never say no. I might go for a GS and just have it as a second bike, as a long haul bike, but the GTR does everything that I want it to. So yeah.
You see, I've got a few bits and bobs for next year. I'm looking at, as you've seen on our group, when I built that Harley, my little chopped Harley. I think I'm gonna build another Harley. But at the minute I'm seriously contemplating getting a track bike again. Because I really fancy doing some track days again.
Yeah,
just track days. I don't want to get back into racing because it's just my body won't be able to stand it. The odd track day here and there I can get away with that. But yeah, I just fancy getting out there and having a good thrash around, to be honest. I'm
still in talks with this guy. It's been going on for at least 6 months since I mentioned that I wanted to get a KTM 420, the 2-stroker. And this guy was adamant that he wanted 4.5 for it, and I went, nah. I said to him, "You come back to me with $3,000, and you come near to $3,000." And he come back to me, I think it was a month ago, and said, "Will you take free? I'll take free." No, I've offered you $3,000. That's what I think the bike's worth. It's 1982. It needs a bit of work. I'm not spending, but it is a perfect green lane bike for me to get out. So just to go down some country lanes and just blat around on a 2-stroker, that'd be great fun.
Yeah.
Are you getting a new duck with a spinny propeller? No, the duck fad is old now. Everybody's had ducks. It's been and gone. I'm looking at doing something different now. Quick one from Exeter. The Harley was lovely, Peak, as was a shot of the C90 on the track. Yeah.
I raced that for about 3 years. That was the best fun I've ever had on a bike, ever in my life, because everybody's just so relaxed about things, all different shapes and sizes, and you just go out there and it's proper racing. You're banging into each other. People are crashing, people are falling off, you're breaking down. Tires are coming off and wheels are coming off and everything. It's proper good old-fashioned, old-school racing. And like on the paddock at the night, if you ain't got something, you're going over to all the other garages, all the tents. Have you got this? Have you got that? And everybody's so helpful and so friendly. And honestly, it was really, really good compared to if you race like super stock or anything like that, where them just make the world and smile like you. I mean, they won't give you the time of day.
BB said Rev's getting a Care Bear. Actually, I was going to get one of Boo's thongs and hang one off of one mirror and stretch it over to the other and just have it flapping around in the middle of the bike. But I thought, nah.
Be like a parachute.
Yeah, the BMW thong. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some really good comments coming. My type of racing, that
but it was proper sound, like, do you know what I mean? Nobody took any offence if somebody had crashed into somebody or whatever. You know what I mean? I've got a photo of me in near enough having a fight. So I put it on the group in a minute. Near enough having a fight with the bloke after a 600 race because I cut him up on the last corner. And he caught me after the video, having a massive rev. I was like, mate, it's racing. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
It's all good fun, yeah.
It is. That's the difference between like C90 racing or that type of racing, and when you get to these clubs and everybody thinks then, okay, the next Valentino Rossi is going to make it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. It's like going for a blow up top. Yeah. Oh God. We was what it was. I got in this evening. The missus is sat at the kitchen table. I went, "What the hell are you laughing at?" And she went, "Oh, I'm just catching up on Jimmy Carr's latest video." Oh God, some of the comments to the audience. He was, what was that? I've got to be very careful what I say, especially online. He was on about, he bought, what was it? I bought an Iraqi blow up. I bought an Iraqi female doll. It blew itself up.
Howie, be careful.
Howie's just given me the most excellent idea. Wouldn't we all love a TMF rubber dude that sits on your handlebars? Oh, I love that.
Hey kids, wouldn't you just?
I'd pay for that.
Do you remember? I think they have them. Oh God, what's his name? Aussie Man, and he brought out that key ring, and he went, "Hey, you beautiful bastards! Here's me face," or "It's another trip to destination." Wouldn't you love to do one of those? Reprogram it and just carry it in your pocket and walk around the local bike meet. Hey kids, it's the Missenden Flyer.
Was it back in the early 90s? Didn't we have those key fobs where if you lose your keys, if you whistle, it'd whistle back.
Whistle back, yeah.
So you whistle and it'd go, "Hi kids, lost your bike keys."
Oh, I'm gonna have to think about marketing something like that. There's got to be a recordable one that you can just put samples into. You can make a fortune selling them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind you, we slag him off, but I did actually catch a bit of his. He reads the old motorcycle news out every now and again. He says he's not doing it now until around about March, but that's where something interesting actually did come out, where KTM and CF Moto apparently have got some sort of deal stroke relationship now where they're going to be doing the building of KTM bikes now.
Oh.
So that's the way it's all going. Everyone actually now realizes China is the way forward because it's so cheap to get shit done there.
IA Hog Rider, good to see you in the room, buddy.
Don't be surprised if all of our premium bikes that we're paying loads of money for have got loads of Chinese bits.
See, the thing is, we had a guy in the showroom. Last year, and he was trying to dissuade his son from buying a Lex Moto. And I said to him, the ZSXF, great little bike. And he went, no. He said, for a couple of grand more, you could go out and buy the Honda CG 125. And I went, it's exactly the same bike. And he went, no, it's not. I said, it is. If you're in Zhongsheng in China, you've got two factories. You've got the Zhongsheng and the Lusheng factory. So you've got the ZG and the LJ engines. So one is made for Hondas, one is made for Lex Moto, and they use exactly the same engine compartments. And he went, well, what's the difference? I went, 500 yards. Because one is one side of the dual carriageway, one is the other side of the carriageway.
500 yards and 500 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the only reason you're paying more money is because it's a well-established name, and obviously it's a little bit better finishing on the parts. But you know, you go down to sort of bare basics, it's exactly the same engine.
So that's what all we did when we was racing. We just, especially stuff that you break a lot, like foot pegs and shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? It's worth going out and spending, hundreds of pounds on a set of foot pegs, because you come off once and they're going to smash them into a million pieces. So you might as well just buy 6 sets for like 150 quid, and that's going to last you all year racing. Do you know what I mean?
One of the biggest markets is for the fairings, replacement fairings. Now you can tell the difference. But if you're putting your bike around a track, there's no point in paying full whack for the manufacturer fairings when you can pay a third of the price for the Chinese ones, because you see it on eBay all the time.
I mean, to be fair, we'd have a new a proper nice set of fairings for the first race to have your shots and all that lot, like, and then after them, you'd probably buy 3-4 sets of fairings, the cheap ones, and get them all sprayed together. Do you know what I mean? And just blitz it out, especially as a team. So you just blitz them out, and then, like I say, if you crash, then you just whack it on. You know what I mean? It's worth giving to spend £300 or £400, £500 on a panel at the front when you can get a whole set of fairing from China.
Exactly.
And it's the same with anything that comes out of there. You look at obviously GoPro, what GoPro is smashing out. And then you look at one of these, like the review that Z-Edge Stu did on that little action cam. Like,
I only watched that today.
For 15 quid. How the hell can they make a GoPro equivalent camera for 15 quid? And they reckon it's 4K,
4K, it was.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
4K camera for 15 quid.
When you actually watch a lot of the moto vloggers on YouTube, people pretty much from username K, Teapot1 and stuff like that. From my perspective, all I'm hearing from all of these people is GoPros aren't actually that great. What seems to let them down is the microphone. I haven't used one yet, but if they're so expensive, why aren't they working on the reliability of the microphones on the GoPros?
See, it takes so much the reliability, I find. It's the overheating. You go abroad, mate, honestly, it's horrendous. The amount of times, even when I went to my trip around Europe this year, you're getting in and you're putting it in your pannier for 10-15 minutes just to cool it down so you can go and have another, hour ride. It's just that the overheatings are horrendous, mate. Honestly, it's just not good, and the battery life as well. You know what I mean? They put this new battery out now that's an hour and a half. You look at most other, you know, like the Insta 360. That's a 360 camera that lasts an hour and a half. The full, you know what I mean? The GoPro only one lens.
GoPro battery is only an hour and a half, is it?
No, that's the extended one. The normal battery it only lasts you about 45, 50 minutes.
45 minutes on a tiny one.
Yeah.
Because I normally do the run to Super Soft. I got enough battery to get there. By the time I get there, I've got 12% left, and you have to unplug the media mod, slide it out, take the battery out, flip the battery back in, put it all back in, put it back in its case, put it back on the helmet. This is the original. This is the Drift Ghost S. I've had this for so many years. That was
the XL.
Yeah, that's the one that I had on my Honda when I crunched into the van. Then it took another hit when I went down when I got hit on the ZSB, and that has been bowled down the road so many times. It's scratched, it's scuffed. I've got a little white bit of thing, so obviously when it's on the side of my helmet, it's slightly canted. So I have to have the white marker to show where it is on the side to keep it upright. But it is scratched to buggery, and the damn thing, you cannot kill it. It will not die.
I know about 130 quid as well.
130 quid as well. So much so, I went out and bought the next one up, which was the
4K.
I'll soon tell you because it's sitting in here somewhere. Where's my other cameras? I went and bought one of these. Now, this is the Drift Ghost. I think this is the X, the little dinky one.
Yeah.
And you get the extended battery pack on the side. Soon as I put that on my crash helmet, the mic socket goes in the bottom. So it mounts in the bottom and you have to have a mic adapter to it. It lasted an hour until the adapter broke. So I use that now as that goes under the back of the bike like that, and it's my rear shot camera.
You see, what I use is I've got a little battery pack that I use. I think I showed you before. And then all I'll do is literally run the lead from your GoPro into your jacket, and that little Cois battery pack that lasts me all day, lasts me 8 or 9 hours, and then you've got your 90 minutes on your GoPro. So you've got like 9.5 hours, near enough. So
when is Chris starting his channel then? Well, there's a question from Exeter.
It's up and running, man. No videos on it, but
I need to get some out.
I've not been out riding my bike to film anything yet, so I don't know.
I suppose the weather's pretty shit up there, really, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just been raining, and
so if you had a GS, you could go out.
No, I wouldn't. Somebody might see me on it, mate. It's fucking
in the room. Evening, Ponkster. All the best, John. So and Phil's about. So evening to you all. So Big Boss is in. Phil's currently in Devon at the moment. Lucky jammy sod, and left me in charge of the garage. So hopefully I'll try and do a good job. So evening, Phil. Have a good day, JDM. Howie's just said GoPro audio is via external adapters, media mod. Yeah, why the audio is not as good as quality as it could be to many extra electronic confections. Ask any sound engineer. Fewer contacts, the better. Yeah, the less leads you've got, the better it is going to be for anything. But obviously, you can't beat gold connectors. Gold connectors are like the in thing, but you try and find a gold connection lead.
I mean, if you're a sound engineer, you're going to know this. You can get cables that just the sound only runs one way through the cable, and obviously, again, that's resistance and all the rest of it. So you should get better. But if I'm being honest, for me, what I've got at the moment, I'm happy with. I'll look at some of these big vloggers, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Your audio ain't that great, to be honest. Tell you no better than what mine is at the moment. But I don't know. I don't like that sound where you can't hear nothing apart from them talking. I like to hear a bit of wind noise. I like to hear the engine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If a car goes past, I like to hear the car going past. I don't like it completely silent where they've done like a voiceover. rather than speaking into the mic. But that's just me.
Exactly. Yeah. I tend to just do most of my stuff literally off the cuff as I'm riding along, because you can have so much fun just sort of looking at cars and thinking, oh, look at him over there, but and then you just spiel. Oh, he's driving a BMW. Oh God, I remember those when they first come out. Or it's like you watch some of Paul's stuff. Paul just dribbles on. He's like, oh, I'm on the A6. So like, oh, watch out for that car. Where you go? You know, and most of it just tends to be off the cuff, and that's the best videos you can do. Something that you've got scripted, and you're thinking, oh, I've got to mention this, I've got to mention this, I've got to mention this, which is why you tend to get a lot of the big moto vloggers that they're doing stuff, and they're like, oh yes, and this is so many horsepower, and they're too busy.
Well, you can see them looking down off the road.
Yeah, you can see them. They're looking at their script, because you know darn well it's taped to the tank, and he's going, "Oh, this is 134 brake horsepower," not paying any attention to the surroundings. Whereas if you watch a lot of like your stuff, Peaky, you tend to be doing a conversation, and all of a sudden you'll stop because you're like corners coming up, and you come out the corner, and it's like, "Oh right," and we were. Same as me, I tend to do a bit of waffle, and then all of a sudden I'll just go off on a tangent because I'm so busy concentrating on what's going on with the bike.
Yeah.
Whereas these other ones tend to be, oh yeah, I'll just script here. I've missed me turning.
That's mainly because they're sort of conditioning themselves to doing it as their future career. You see people change. I mean, even Bruce Teapot One, you know, he had right in the early days aspirations of doing it and having it monetized so that he could actually make some sort of form of living from it, from leaving the police. So I think a lot of people have in their mind, you know, how they want to portray themselves. They want to appear professional. They want to be, I mean, I know we keep mentioning him. I know we do take the piss out of him.
It's not going to let it change me, boys. I don't give a fuck about being professional.
Well, that's good, because that'll be your style, Chris.
I don't want to review bikes or any of that shit. I don't care, man. I want a bit of comedy in my channel. See if I can cheer people up, make them laugh. That's what I want to do.
Well, then if that's your style, then just go for it, because I think
that's what I'm going for.
I think that's
I want mine to be more like comedy sketches than actual fucking bike vlogging.
See, I totally agree with Chris there. You've got to be yourself.
Yeah,
it's worth being scripted and all that lot, like, because you're going to get found out. You're going to get found out.
I don't know about being yourself, Peaky. You'll get it. Don't do that, for fuck's sake, mate.
I like that.
You get the jail, man.
Hey, it won't be the first and it won't be the last.
I tell you what. Okay, I tell you what. I think the competition for tonight is you got to have your little strap line that you begin with. If the Missenden Fly is going to have Hello Kids, and he's already been told off about that many times, you got to think about what your little punchline is.
Can you tell what it is yet?
Without ending up in jail.
Right, boys, so what I need to do is, this is my helmet, right? This is the RI RX7V. Very, very good helmet. Highly recommend it.
Helmet, haven't you?
No, it's fucking minging, mate. It just looks clean for some reason. It's loads of flies or fucking. I've not. Really any vlog I did wouldn't be suitable for publishing. I have terrible road rage. Don't we know it? She was like, we did the Pulborough run. Just as Ali's coming off, there's this car right beside her, and he went. And she's like, "What the fuck?" You can hear her. Fucking revs here, but fucking get over.
That's nice.
Is that the 9?
The 7.
That's the 7.
The black edition, so it's got the screen at the front and stuff. And I got this because see if you go into 44 Teeth, they recommend what kit to get for your helmet setup, and that's the camera they recommend. I don't want to piss anybody. That's
because they're sponsored by GoPro.
No, it's not. No, it's not. they said that this is the ones. They said, see the newer ones, the 8 and the 9, which they wouldn't say if they were sponsored by GoPro. They said that they're
Hello,
problematic, whereas this one isn't. So, and all I've heard is all I use bitch and moan about your fucking GoPro 9s and stuff. So I think they might be right, but I don't know. But there you are.
Hello, fuckers. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
So I just need to get this fucker on the front of my helmet, and then I'll get out on the bike and I'll make my first video. I'll just make
Sponsored by
anything.
GoPro. So if you can't hear me, tough shit.
Mate, you wanna go on that chin mount company?
Cheers, Andy. Happy New Year, mate.
They do the custom chin mounts.
This company, PK, also recommended by the boys at 44 Teeth.
Yeah.
I like the guys, by the way.
Andy JSI Tractor, see you later, mate. I'll text you tomorrow.
Chin mount.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, man. Honestly, good stuff. Honestly,
This is a shorter bracket with less connections, so that you don't get as much shake on it. Apparently,
I'd like to do a piss take video. Remember the days when you had video cameras and they were something so big you had them on your shoulder? Have that strapped to your helmet.
Yeah. Riding around like that.
Yeah.
You can imagine riding around with like the old Betamax recorder, like what they call it, little Sony
loader.
Yeah,
and loader.
under the helmet.
I'm going to do a piss take of that. Actually, that'd be brilliant. I'm sorry.
I thought that got teapot
My neck.
when you put all the audio and you had that big clump of fucking black nasty on the side of his helmet. That looked professional, all that now, do you know what I mean? Well,
MT just said, what's the best comms unit to get? They're all pretty much of a norm. Obviously, Cardo. I absolutely love my Cardo pack.
Cardo pack talk bold.
the Cardo Slimline.
Is that the new one?
Yeah.
See, the one I've got, mine's
I'll tell
melted.
you. I'll tell you a story about the Cardo Slimline. I got one, right, and it's fucking. It's
I've got the black version of yours, Peaky.
It's a brilliant piece of kit, right?
That's what your missus says.
See the fact of being able to listen to music in your helmet.
Yeah,
I think it's the worst idea in the world. I was going along with the tunes on my helmet and the bike with the dance tunes on. Woohoo! Fucking. And I kind of went into a bit of a daydream. I wasn't fully focused on my bike riding, and I come over like this peak in the road, and the traffic was all tailed all the way back, man. And there was no way I was stopping. I was on my brakes, and you know that way I was braking, and there wasn't enough distance for me to stop. So I managed to. I'm aware a policeman's just came on the camera there. So I managed to. I don't know how. It was just all reactions. So I ended up. I kind of swerved round the car and I ended up the side of him. And I just turned around and I looked at the guy and I just waved at him. How you doing? But I'll not tell you the rest of that story.
There you go, guys. My new setup. I'll have this the other side as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it on the top of your helmet, so it looks like a.
I'll get one of them as well.
What the hell is that he's got hanging off the side? That looks like an old cassette tape.
Oh, man.
It's a Sony Lumix camera.
Oh, Jesus.
Say, that'll look smart, that will. Chris, that look nice.
Mm.
Get some good footage off that mucker.
I just asked, what's Chris's channel? Sprocket Rocket. Yeah, there we go. Sprocket Rocket will take you to Chris's channel. And for all of those that are wondering what it is, I'll post the link up. Hang on. Sprocket Rocket. There we go. The filters channel.
See if I type in the chat, can they not just click on my name?
You normally
I
can.
think it works like that.
Oh, come on! You've got to have a few more subscribers than that. only 11.
I thought I was doing brilliant. That's fucking.
Why not?
I've got 3 accounts.
Oh,
I've got 3 accounts and I've logged into all 3.
I've got half a dozen Sprocket Rockets here.
I do that as well, Peaky. I've got 2 accounts, and see when I log into somebody, I always use the 2 accounts so they get 2 subscriptions.
Yeah.
I can't find Sprocket Rocket.
That's me in the chat.
your
Can you not
photo?
click on me?
What's your photo?
I
There
don't
we
have
go.
one. I don't think.
One with a little rocket in it. There we go.
There you go.
Can you put the link up?
Which I'm about to do. Sprocket Rocket. Go back into channels. Oh, there it is. I'm coming to build your wall. Is that the one?
No.
No. Someone's nicked your little rocket.
This
Crafty
ma-
bugger.
ma- no.
His missus ain't going to be happy.
Ah,
Sprocket
Maybe she
Rocket
will.
party bike. No.
Ali, it's not a Wonder Woman helmet. It's
Can you not click in my
It's
name
the
in
Flash.
the chat? No.
Let me see if I can
Have a
go
look.
in the other way.
Wonder
Hold
Woman.
on. And
What do you like?
I'll go in and I'll copy the URL.
Sprocket Rocket, yeah. Sprocket and a rocket.
Sprocket my rocket. Rocket my sprocket.
See if I can find it. No,
I
that's
can't
not
find
the
you.
one. No, it's not popping up in mine either.
No, I'm following you as well.
I'm about to say, 'cause I'm following it as well, and I can't find it in mine.
It's a
Let me go into
subscription.
my major ones on my channel, and it's easier to find then.
There you go. Sprocket Rocket 2375. That ain't difficult to remember, is it?
Can't find it. Oh, hang on. Rocket Sprocket. Chris Pierce.
No.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, that looks like someone that's on Call of Duty or some shit.
I've got 207
German
I'm working my way through here.
Right here, I'm about to put a link up in the chat.
Yeah, you've been blacklisted already, Chris.
There you
German
go.
jobbies. If you don't follow me back, I ain't following you.
Does that link work?
Let's have a look.
Where you put it?
In the chat. You don't listen, do you,
Nothing's
Peaky?
come up. That's what I'm asking. Nothing's come up, yeah.
Put it up in the private chat, Chris, and I'll share it for you.
Come on, Trigger. Fucking switch on.
Good.
Fuck's sake.
Start sparking, eh?
Is it not up in the chat thing? The group
No,
chat?
that's what I've just said. It. Hey, come up, mate, in the chat.
I know, I've posted it.
It might be YouTube just blocking it because
Blocking it, yeah.
yeah.
If you put it in the private chat, then
Put it in the private
Rev,
chat, and
Rev can upload
yeah, I
it.
can share it then.
Right, you need a minute then because I get 2 laptops
Rev.
here.
Rev, you need to do a little video of how you do your lives, I think, because I have that many questions of people saying, how do you do your lives? And I'm like, it's my life. Do you know what I mean? Don't have to do with me.
It was
But
the one that I was on, yeah. 11
I'm looking at doing one.
There's a picture of my bike in it. And
That's it, the red bike.
Has
Yeah.
anyone found it yet?
it's
Yeah, I've
next.
got it.
It's
Yeah, it
like
was-
next to the river. Next to.
Yeah, that'll be the one then. Right, here we go. The Sprocket Rocket 2375.
Pardon me.
Little red bike next to the
Yeah, very little red bike.
Honda, and he's got a Honda CR125 1981.
No, shut up.
Not you.
No, that's me there.
Yeah, that's not you then. Ignore that one.
Oh, I've just subscribed to him. I'll just unsubscribe. Hang on. That got him all excited.
Go subscribe to that, dick.
I've just unsubbed.
All right, unsubscribe. Wrong one. Do not click that link.
The bloke's going to be gutted now. He's going, yeah, man, I got like 4 subscribers then. And go back down straight.
Straight back down to 0. Poor sod.
I had 10 then, and now I'm back down to 6, man. I must admit, I've got to thank everybody because I'm on
It
1,
was the
2,
New
3,
Year
4 now.
take pity on a shit YouTuber day.
I can't. All that comes up on mine is Safi Sprocket, and I subscribe to you.
It's
last
probably
night.
because I haven't put anything on it yet. Maybe or
I'm
something.
sure if you don't put nothing on for a while, it just
Just drops you.
it don't take you off, but it just stops the search.
It puts you to
You
sleep.
need to activate your account again.
Yeah, it's not even popped up in my because you were in there with all the Scottish boys.
Yeah. To be fair, BBB comes out with a good point there. You're competing for a lot the same name. There's quite a few competing all for the same name there. You need to change it up a bit. Like fucking Dragon Whisperer or fucking something.
No, that's my fucking name. Just you wait and see. By the end of next summer, that's my name. Just you wait and see.
To be fair, when I started, there was two, the Peaky Bikers. There was two of us.
I hear the YouTube name Red Bum's going spare.
Zed's the same. See if I try and look up Zed, some guy from America comes up.
Yeah, I have that on mine because there was a Rev Bomb that was American. If you actually go into the channels, and he was
but he's dead, you know.
Once I build my channel and get loads of videos on it and stuff, it'll come up then.
It should do, yeah.
Post a video now. Post a video and copy the link.
I don't have any bloody videos.
No, just do a live. Just do a short video now on your phone. Put it on YouTube. Copy the link and put it on. Just say hello, Happy New Year, and then post it on here. Then we can all get the link off that.
No.
Yeah, definitely not coming up under channels for Sprocket Rocket. Yeah.
No, I've subbed as well. I've subbed to you the other week.
Yeah, and it's not even showing. I've got one of a big furry dog.
Welcome, YouTubers. If you've just tuned into Rev Bomb Live, we're spending half the fucking night trying to find Chris Sprocket Rocket.
Right, just
Come
give
back
up.
later.
Just give up. We'll sort it out another day.
Yeah, it's not there.
I'm not really that bothered.
It's not there.
I'm not looking for subscribers. I don't give two shits, man. Can I care if I don't want you to subscribe.
Well, fuck it. We're going to do it now, you ungrateful bastard. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I've been on about this last half an hour. It's filled
This is torture, man.
We only sub you to heckle you.
I'm shutting my channel down, man.
Why do you think we sub Red Bomb? Red Bomb? Red Bomb. Red Bomb. To heckle him and take the piss, that's all we do.
Exactly. I don't give a flying fuck anyway. I'm just here for the fun of having.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get my technical team in to help me with this.
Yeah.
They only come to see me when Lockwood's on. It's like, oh, your boyfriend's here.
Like that easy.
Where is Lockwood these days? I haven't seen him for ages.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Lockie in ages. We ain't seen obviously Jim Diesel on a stream, but you can expect it with Jim. But yeah. Oh, here we are. That's itself down, Chris. There we go. So that's the reason why it will shut itself down. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't, I'm sure there's a time frame. It's something daft as well, like a month. If you don't post nothing in a month, it just cuts you off. Like,
yeah,
it's something ridiculous. I know it's a short period of time. Because
I wonder if you can petition to have someone's YouTube channel shut down.
You can, yeah.
Missenden Flyer request.
Kazo's just thank God there's only one Kazumoto. That's true. Isn't he the bloke from Magnum?
That's Tom Selleck.
No, the on the new Magnum PI.
Don't watch the new one.
Yeah, the private. I'm sure that the police detective's called Kazumoto. Who's got an echo going?
Me. Hold on. I found his channel.
Oh, you got it.
I don't watch any spin-offs. I
Right.
don't watch any remakes.
Should-
Name me one remake
I've just done that on my phone, so that should.
that's
that
actually
should
better
come
than
up.
the original. Never
I've
been
just done
done.
that off my phone.
As you
Oh,
get
it
the
should come
Sprocket
up,
Rocks,
yeah.
the first one has the name. We'll get it. Yeah. Oh, Rev, I've just posted the link in the chat. I can't. Hang on. I've got to roll back now.
I've posted it up. Can you see that one I've just posted off my phone or not?
That's why. I'm gonna have to flip to YouTube. There we go.
I posted it on my phone.
That's YouTube being a
That's it.
dick and blocking links to
That's
sites.
the link. That's
No,
your
it's-
Rocket Chris. There we go.
Voting Biker Bird is being sexist, saying us blokes can't find it, but she did.
hell. So you get up in a
Sexism
drinker.
is rife.
You want like as a spot on your nose, put it that way.
The water pikey has spoken.
All right.
Right.
Sprocket Rocket.
Is anybody going out tomorrow or not? What you guys doing? You're stopping in. We'll be stopping in. We will.
I'm probably riding down to London.
Keep yourself out of trouble.
Mm. Can't guarantee that, but I'm riding down to London.
Fair play. What's the family, am you? Or
I've got a few mates down there that are going to be getting up to mischief, so I'll probably be leaving my bike behind or getting it trailered back after a messy couple of days.
fair play. Fair play.
Right.
I don't want to go by train because they're probably not running, and I don't want to go by car because there's nowhere to park. So you can just dump an old bike anywhere. No one's going to steal an old Triumph, so I'll be all right. Is that the proper link?
That's the proper link. Sprocket Rocket Chris. He's currently got 9 subscribers. No content, but he's got 9 subscribers. So let's get him up to 20 by the end of the night.
Actually,
guys.
to be fair, all you really need to do is just do a couple of shorts just to keep something going.
That's what I was saying to him then. Just put a
Thanks,
short on.
bye.
Just say Happy New Year.
5 minutes to whack up a couple of shorts just to get a bit of traction. There you go, 11 subscribers. There's now 12.
He's going up.
He's gonna come back and feel like he's won the lottery.
So just for shits and giggles, we'll all unsubscribe tomorrow.
Mate, you know excited you get when you've only got like 8 or 9 subscribers and somebody subscribes, you're like, yes.
Oh mate, I've only got 65. I had a boner for a weekend, mate.
Mate, when I started my channel, honestly, mate, I was stuck on 6 for weeks and weeks and weeks. I was thinking, man, I'm watching these other people and their shit as good as mine. What, you know what I mean?
But you know what? It's turned into a sad old shit show, YouTube. It's all about now algorithms. You've got all these idiots that are making up content about how to get your content better. Yeah. And it's all about doing a nice little thumbnail and doing your keywords and doing a nice description, using the tabs, get Tube Buddy and all that bollocks. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I must admit, when I first started, I didn't have a clue, not a clue. And then I had a couple of negative comments and I just thought, you know what, I need to knuckle down and try and learn off people. And that's when I started watching other people and what they was doing, how they was doing it.
Negative
the beginning
comments.
of their videos.
Sorry, what did they say? What did they say in negative comments? I mean,
it was
I
just.
think I'll take much notice.
Well, at the beginning, obviously,
fuck off.
There was just like, your channel shit, or that was boring, or
really
couldn't understand you, or something like that. So initially, I took that quite personal. But then you kind of, once you get a couple, you kind of brush it off a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? You're like, well, I fucking bother now. It's my channel kind of thing.
I normally, thanks for your opinion, but thanks for the thumbs up and the watch.
Yeah.
Every click or every comment on your channel all adds to the analytics of the routine.
I had quite a few. I think it was a couple of people that just watched me one night or something. But I had about 8 or 9 in a week just saying that I sounded fake and you said your accent's horrible and all this lot like so. And I was just like, you know, at the time when I just started my channel, it knocked me back a little bit, but I'm at the point now where I'm just like saying, mate, cheers. Yeah, I've just logged onto your logged onto your page, mate. You got 3 subscribers. Do you know what I mean? I gotta listen to you, am I?
Yeah, feed the algorithm, and you think you're training it. Yeah,
I remember that Harry Enfield character when he was taking a piss out of the Brummie. I got more money than you. It's great. I got more subscribers than you.
Yeah. But you kind of, you know what I mean? You just kind of now. It's a bit different now because, like I say, I've had the last couple of weeks, I've had a couple of negative comments have to come off the page.
Really?
But I've had a couple of negative ones just going, I can't understand you. You know, again, you sound thick, you sound stupid, and all this like. And I'm just like, yes, mate, cheers. But you've still interacted in my channel, so thank you very much. But now it's logged it, I'm going to remove it. I ain't bothered. You know what I mean? Don't bother me now.
Yeah.
So, if I don't like it, and it's like I've had people in the past. Yeah, I've had people in the past just say you swear too much, and I'm like, well, it's my channel. If you don't like it, turn it off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've been funny, but if you don't like me swearing, then don't watch me. Turn me off. I'm not making this solely for you. You know what I mean? This is for me to look back on in years to come. And Marky,
Too right.
There we go. Does that work?
Fucking hell, Chris, you've done that about 10 minutes ago. We found it ages ago, mate. We was just blagging you.
Well, look, you got 16 subscribers now, Chris.
16 subscribers now.
16 subscribers, Chris.
Shut up. No, I don't.
You're flying.
Yeah, man. Just get some content up there. Just do a couple of YouTube shorts.
Mate, you're nearly monetized now.
Right, see everyone of you 16 fuckers, buy my t-shirt.
Sarah's boyfriend's a proper brother. He comes with a translation booklet.
I that.
No, I shall be using the proper Queen's English in my channel. I shall be speaking correctly. One will not use curse words or improper English at any time.
To be fair, where's Exeter? Exeter, it probably was you complaining and swearing too much.
Actually, the only time
the channel move along the bus.
The only time I think I saw Exeter swear was when he slipped on the ice on his Honda. Did you not swear then, Exeter? Was that a few? I think I remember because you fucked up your fairing on the right side of your Honda. I think you did swear. Yeah.
Uncle Red evening.
England.
Come on, England.
Yeah, that's right. That is as well. That's the correct pronunciation of
that. Thanks for subscribing, guys. By the way, just so I don't seem like an ungrateful fucker.
That's all right. If you haven't got any content by tomorrow, we're unsubscribing.
It was good while it lasted. It's better to have loved than to lost than never have loved at all.
Oh,
fuck it.
What fucker's been reading fucking Hamlet?
I think the last person that said that contracted gonorrhea, but never mind.
That wasn't me.
Syphilis.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. He said, I've got a sweary one coming on Sunday, by the way. Fucking rev bomb.
That wanker rev bomb.
Yeah. See, if I ever get invited on Exeter's, I ain't gonna have a drink because I need to fit in with them from the other day. Because was any of them drinking Exeter?
Oh, Saddlebags. Saddlebags is the pot. Oh, Phil 480. He's Western. Well, no, what is it? Western Sumoto. Phil, he's.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out tomorrow. I'm going to get the camera on this tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to go out and I'm going to do a Happy New Year video, and I'll fucking get it up tomorrow, the same day. I'll just do a hard edit. I'll do it so it's just all the one shoot, so I don't need to edit anything. You know what I mean?
Just bang it up,
kid. Boom.
Bang it up. That's what your missus says. Just bang it up.
Oh, God. JC's got a red mention.
I fucking wish she would say that.
And the challenge for you, Chris, is you got to get the phrase "red bum" somewhere in that narrative.
Yeah.
I was looking at Red Bum's channel the other night.
You can put a
I'll not be on this bike though. It'll be in my SV650. So.
We've got a local motorcycle vlogger to me. Bless his cottons. He's not all there.
What, Simon?
No, Paul knows who I'm on about. The other dealership in Milton Keynes. Bless him.
TMF.
No. I'm not going to mention who it is, but yeah, he was. I did when we did the Lexmoto Cypher, how to unrestrict the Lexmoto Cypher.
Yeah.
Big disclaimer all over my channel, big letters saying unrestricting the bike will damage it, damage the batteries, the controller, and void your warranty. Of course, he goes on. Hello, it's me. I'm doing a review, and I watched Rev Bob's channel, and this is how you unrestrict a Cypher. He didn't put the disclaimer in. 2 people watched his video, went and broke their bikes, and then complained to Lexmoto, and they phoned me up and said, you know, what are you doing putting a Cypher video up? You're not meant to tell people how to unrestrict. I didn't. I show how to do it on mine, but there is a disclaimer, and I mention it in the video. If you unrestrict the bike, you will damage it. It is not meant to be done unless you've bought the American controller for it. Oh. And then they went back to the customer. What channel did you watch? Oh, we watched this guy. Oh, God, did he get a bollocking from Lexmoto?
I'm going to do one. I'm going to do how to change the GTR 1400 sat nav to take you anywhere else but the Super Bloody
Sausage.
How about that?
Oh, Rowley's in, even Rowley. Andy, sorry, Exeter's just got to shoot off and pick my lad up. Have a good weekend. If we don't see you before Exeter, have a great New Year, mate.
Yes, Happy New Year, Exeter.
Take care, Exeter. Enjoy your evening and have a Happy New Year.
Twin brother of the Lissenden Flyer.
So, I take it Exeter's now going to become EMF.
Yeah, the Exeter. Yeah, the EMF. The Exeter Flyer.
Yeah.
The Exeter receiver.
The Exeter Express.
Yeah.
I need a cup of
He's
tea
going to be
now.
watching his back now. Never knows he's had to go out. He's going to watch his back.
He'll be watching it on the rerun now. Make sure that we don't diss him, did he? No, I wouldn't do that.
Next time he goes live, I'm going to spam the feed with the Missenden Flyer quotations.
Change your name to TMF. Loads of us.
What we'll do is we'll gate crashes live, and we'll all wear merchandise, the Exeter Flyer.
Aye, good luck with that. He keeps that well protected.
Does he?
I'll back you 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's private invites and all that.
Yeah. Hey kids, anyone read the MCN? Oh, right. On the parish news this week, Betty has decided to reorganise the church organ.
He's got the organ playing in the introduction to his channel.
Welcome along to the parish newsletter. Oh, Phil's going to disappear. See you later, Phil. Have a great New Year. Enjoy Devon, mate.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you're Oh, if you actually look up what EMF means, they were a good band. Oh, Jesus. What's the link to your channel, Chris? I'll bang it up for you, Red. Just hang on a second, mate. Just posting up now. There we go. Links up there for you. Sprocket Rocket, Chris.
Thank you.
Rowley's just said 27 watching, only 16 thumbs up. Come on, hit that thumbs up. Cheers, Rowley.
I did earlier. 17 thumbs up now.
Hey. How's Chris doing on his channel? So let's have a quick look. He's on to 17.
17 subscribers.
17 up on mine. So, yeah, all good. 17 matches, 17.
This is like the Eurovision Song Contest, isn't it?
Yeah. And the votes from the German team, England, 0-1. The Netherlands, 2-1.
And this year, the Eurovision Song Contest is going to be in Liverpool, I believe, hosting on behalf of the Ukraine. of course, they can't host it because there is no more Ukraine.
There is a Ukraine. It's just
a crater.
Their concert hall's a pile of rubble at the moment.
It's a fucking crater. But
I think Ukraine's actually done all right. Russia's made an absolute shit job of trying to overtake that country.
I know.
Do you know, everybody always talks about how Russia's going to end the world and this and that. I'm not scared anymore. I think they're fucking pathetic, man. They made a terrible job of trying to do Ukraine.
I'll tell you what, I like the idea of the old Ukrainians got these little. They went out and bought the little DJI-3s, didn't they? Drones with a bloody hand grenade on it.
Yeah,
and just dropping the drones on people.
And did you see the Russian soldier casually pick it up and just toss it out of the bunker? That was brilliant.
It's like fucking slapstick comedy.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm Ukrainian. Let me fly a drone. I'll just drop a hand grenade straight in the top of your tank.
Actually, I think we should all change our. I think we should all change our names. Actually, I've just realised. I think we should have the Peaky Flyer.
Right.
We'll have the Peaky Flyer, the Mad Old Flyer, the Sprocket Flyer.
Right, let me
fly a bomb. Yeah.
All right, hang on.
We'll all be flyers tonight. Anyone that comes on tonight, you got to have flyer in your name.
I forget the flyer.
There's my cup there, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
You off there.
The Peaky Flyer.
I'm fucking broke.
Love it.
I need a cup of tea now after all that link.
I need a drink.
Hey, why are you drinking tea?
Can someone get me a drink?
It's New Year's night tomorrow.
I'm sitting there, I've got a mouth like Gandhi's flip flop. Maybe I should go and get a drink.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can still have a drink tonight.
I'm going to become a crab.
So you got a drink tomorrow as well.
I'm changing regiments.
There is a law. It's called the wife. It's called...
Only Peaky would understand what a C30
is.
Fucking Pickford vans with wings, isn't it?
Did they not see in London? Were they not yellow and it was the council or something like that?
What's that?
They were the Pickford vans. They were bright yellow and it was the council vans or something like that.
The C30 was the transport plane for the RAF for the crab. We used to call them the crabs. Some people call them. What did you call them, Peaky?
Crabs.
Yeah, crabs. Some people used to call them sparrows, or what's the other one? Seagulls. We used to call them crabs. But a C30 van is literally, it's just an open fuselage with just a row of like bench seats, and you strap yourself to the wall, and you're sitting there and shaking, you're freezing.
Hold on. I've got an issue with a subscriber here that I have to address. Roland, I will have content up very soon. Do not fret. Do not worry yourself. There shall be content soon. It's coming.
What the fuck is up to?
Calm down, Roland. Calm down.
See Roland's channel. Roland's channel.
24 hours.
He does a bit of comedy in his channel.
Rowley's. I'll tell you what, go and watch the one with the bike and the zombies. It's fucking hilarious.
I watched it in the thong.
Yeah.
I watched it. Aye, it's good.
You see with the haggis. Never saw you, mate. C-130 Hercules.
Yeah, it's like an Herc. Mate, you sit in the back of an Herc and you have to have ear defenders like this. It's fucking loud as fuck. And it's freezing up there, man. It's absolutely fucking Baltic. And like, mate, the aircraft cabin come out in the t-shirts and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? You sat there, you got your fleece on, you've got your fucking long johns on and everything. You'll sit there like this fucking dipping your fucking tits off, you know what I mean? And people just don't realise they land and then they literally just drop the back out and just walk out. You know what I mean? You walk out ready to go, weapon, everything, off you go, fucking toddler with your burger on the back. That's you for 6 months.
You're sitting there about 2 hours into your flight, and all of a sudden the fucking plane hits an air pocket, and you're like, whoa!
We shall be
Mate.
experiencing a slight turbulence.
Mate, you don't know that shit. Mate, it's the most uncomfortable airplane I've ever been in my life, and I've been in like little airplanes, fucking everything, and that, mate, that.
Aye. See if you go to Northern Ireland, see the planes you
Yeah.
get there with the who is it again? Anyway, who? No. And it's the fucking propeller planes that you get.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So when you go to Northern Ireland, there's an actual, when you go to the check-in desk,
That's it. Pongos, yeah.
there's an actual check-in desk there for when you're military, and you go through a side door into another section.
Georgia Best Airport in Northern Ireland, I think it's called, in Belfast.
Belfast, yeah. Well, it used to be Belfast.
It's called Georgia Best Airport.
But
There's a big statue of Georgia Best outside.
back in the day, you used to walk in there as a fucking civvy, pretend civvy, go up to this check-in desk, and it was a civvy, put his fucking sideboards up here. Do you know what I mean? And you just like, mate, you just look more military than me. You know what I mean? You went, yeah.
Aye, crafty poncho you can get Ryanair, but there's another. I'll find it. There's another service that does it.
Right, I'm yawning now because obviously you must start me talking about army bollocks, and then that's when I start yawning. So change the fucking subject.
I hate that army bollocks talk as well, mate.
Okay, I was a bit fucking aggressive, Warrie Paul. Fucking New Year tomorrow, mate.
Happy fucking New Year.
Fucking. There's a lot of fuckings in there.
Fuck you.
That's all right. That's my Paul's doing a double shift tomorrow, isn't it? Like, hello, you've been
making the most of that banner scrolling down the bottom. In fact, I would change that.
German job. Don't bore the civilian guys.
I'm not due to be
We're
going
to
out
talk about fucking painting walls or something now.
Yeah. All you need is the BBB to come in and tell you about her fog again.
Yeah. Oh, mate. I must have texted her about 8 times asking for a picture. So they sent me one.
I've got a good one of Jess, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mate, that one of Jess was banging. I had to save that one. I took a few photos. I was like,
Oh, good fun.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Okay, so what's everyone's New Year's resolutions that they're going to break within the first week then? Come on, let's hear all the crap.
Give up drinking.
To get a video on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Nico, come here.
Oh, my New Year's resolution just to up the game a little bit for me. Just up the game, do it a little bit better, a little bit harder, and just to get this channel, get everybody, all of our group up a little bit on the ratings. Not just about me, about everybody else as well.
Are we being serious, like? Because I worry that.
I've given up smoking now. This is my, and this will explain, Peaky, why I'm a bit fucking obtuse at the moment, mate. Because this is my. Why am I waving these?
How long have you gave up smoking for?
This will now be my 4th week.
Well done.
Oh, fair play.
Are you using? Are you doing it cold turkey? Are you using anything? See if you tell me you're fucking vaping, I'm going to laugh at you.
Vaping is actually worse for you. If you think about it, when you breathe in that shit from a vape.
See these people here, they're like, oh yeah, I've stopped smoking.
Steady on, steady on.
That's just pointless. No point in filling your lungs up with oil from China.
You see, I've been quit now smoking 8 years.
8 years?
8 years now. I went cold turkey. I just stopped buying them. That was me done.
Fair play. Fair play.
But what I would say is, I could start tomorrow.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what I mean?
Because this is it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I think
My
it's one
trigger.
of things. Once you've started, you can't kind of stop.
I smoked for 20 years and I stopped a long time ago. I can't even remember how long ago now.
I'm 54 and I started when I was 16.
I started when I was 13.
I was 14. I was. But back in the day when you could buy a single fag and a fucking a single.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
13 of my first draw I joined.
I was saying fags, so I say anything else. I ain't getting involved in that because there's a copper down there.
I was
I
only
don't give a shit.
13. Come on. And
Nah,
see, once
but
you're 16, anything that you've done before then is forgotten about, as far as the law is concerned. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
no, the law don't work like that, mate.
As your criminal record
Cool.
gets cleaned once you turn 16, unless it's something serious, like you murdered somebody or something. But
I'll go say that again. Say murder. Go on.
no,
Fuck it. Say it. Say it.
murder.
Murder. I love that.
Unless you've murdered somebody.
Murder. Yeah, fucking.
Have you ever heard
I
of
wish I had
Taggart?
an accent.
You ever heard of Taggart? They used to have a program called Taggart.
I love Taggart.
There's a famous line from it, and he would say,
Taggart.
"There's been a murder."
There's been a murder. Fucking used to love Taggart. That was just a business. So that's why I wish I had an accent. No one wants to listen to my boring fucking voice.
I've just been informed that me and Chris have got the wrong voices. I should sound like Chris and Chris should sound like me.
Maybe you should do an overdub of each other.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It needs to record something, and then I'll put it onto my channel, and dub it over and see if we can get away with it. See if people are noticed.
No, you're doing well on the smoking anyway. Well done, Paul.
Aye, well
Yeah,
done.
man. It is hard, mate. It is hard, but you have days where you're like, that's sound, and the days that you're struggling, you got to find them days where
You
it
just
was a
get
bit
through
easier.
it because the next day it's easier again.
It does get easier. It does get easier. It's worse for me. Well, I'm going to say when I have a drink, but that's most nights. But
that's just it.
When I have a fair bit, like, you know what I mean? It's when you're in the social event.
I always associated smoking after I've had something to eat. You know, when you've had a nice meal or you had something to eat, and you have that after meal ciggy was always the best one, wasn't it?
Same one was first one in the morning. Mine was.
Yeah, I had a kid. Yeah. I was down the local shop today. I thought I'll get a packet of fags and a vape, and the kid outside said to me, he said, "Here, mate," he said, "Here's a tenner. Can you get me 20 Richmond?" He's well pissed when I gave him a packet of sausages.
Smoke them, little shit. Yeah.
Have a suck on them. No. That come out right.
I hate it when you get that. See, when you're outside the shop and someone asks you, "What are you going to buy me a carry out?" or something like that, and you're just like, "No, I fucking don't." And then they start begging you, and you're like,
"There we are, Chris. One from Crafty."
Purple burglar alarm.
Say purple burglar alarm.
Hairy boys.
No, say purple burglar alarm.
Purple burglar alarm.
Brilliant.
Say it again. Say it again, Chris.
Suck my cock, PK.
I was going to say it with you then. You're going to slip that in. After 3, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Suck my cock, PK.
Burglar alarm.
I'm sorry.
You got to say himself. What's in that tea? Is that tea really? Is it LSD? What is it?
There's a good sketch up here. It's fucking brilliant. Burniston, is it? No, what's the 11 sketch, Ange? It's Burniston. There's a comedy sketch up here. It's a Scottish comedy sketch, right? It's pretty. It's the guys are really Glaswegian. They've got a really strong accent. But there's one sketch. Look up, it's called 11, and they get in an elevator, and it's an automated. They're talking to the elevator, and they're trying to get to floor 11. It's fucking hilarious. Next thing you know, the guy's in the other guy's back, and he's shouting "freedom" at it. You should look it up, watch it. It's brilliant.
There was a couple of old boys that. Oh God, what was it? I can't remember what channel it was. It was like a set you up comedy channel. And they wired the lift up with the speaker, and this guy sat at a desk with a microphone. He was picking English people, and everyone else were normally Americans were great. And then he picks on the foreigners, this Chinese couple. "Hello, this is your automated lift. Please ask for which floor number you would require." It's Chinese bloke. "Oh, floor 4. Taking you to floor 15. Unless you mention cancel. Cancel. Please state your floor. Floor 4. Taking you to floor 6. They had him going for like 20 minutes, and he was so pissed when he got off the lift. And it was like, and they had control of the lift, so like the lift was just literally going up, stop, down, stop.
I think one of the best ones I've seen was Zed. on the military biker.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, my next vlog is probably going to be about the embarrassing jokes that my 7-year-old son. You've got roughly the same age kids, haven't you, Peaky? How bad would you feel when your 7-year-old comes up to you and goes, "Dad, what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?" I went, "Dunno, son." I didn't know where to put my face. I said, "Oliver, where did you get that joke?" He went, "Oh, my mate Jake at school." "I'm going to be coming down to your school, son."
Paul was like that. Paul really was going, "I'm fucking saving that one. I've got to remember that one."
I did. I fucking wrote it down, mate.
I texted my mates.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go and see his little teacher, the little bastard. 7 years old.
I'd say the best gag I ever heard was when Jim Davidson did Sandringham, the barracks at Sandringham for the Queen and that. And he said it was great. He said, "We've got everybody here." He said, "We've got the Irish, we've got the Scots, we've got the Welsh, we've got the Gurkhas." He said, "And we've even got some of our American friends in that are on detachment over to the UK. Good to see you." He said, "We've got to have the best fucking country." And he went, "Why is that?" He said, "Because every fucker wants to live here." He said, "But we all ought to unite." He said, "Forget all this racial hatred. So the Sikhs, the Islams, the Polish, everybody, the Welsh, the Scots, the Islands. Get on a boat, go across the water and kick the shit out of the French."
Right, is he? Jim Davidson live when he come over to us when we was at the Balkans War, mate. That's one of the best nights I've ever had with a comedian, because he was like, obviously when he does his stage and stuff, he's got to be a bit more politically correct. But when he was with us, mate, it was just like fucking no holds barred, mate. He come out, and mate, everybody was absolutely crying. If you ask like Steve in the military biker, when you have people come across to see you, that they really do bring you up. Do you know what I mean? To get you back on the level. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get to postings and you know when you get to places and you always, you know what I mean, you're working with your lads for 6 or 8 months and that's all you're seeing is 6 lads. It gets a bit intense. But yeah, when he come over, he was supposed to do one night. I think he did 4 nights. I think he cancelled his flight. He paid for his flight. He cancelled his flight and paid for his own flight back and did 4 nights. And like afterwards, he'd sit in the bar with you. Everybody, like, you know what I mean? Everybody sat around him. He was telling stories and more jokes and this, that, and the other. He was just wicked, just really good. Like, it was just really good morale.
The one where he did the Afghanistan tour, that was bloody hilarious because he said he was on this transport plane. He said, and they hit the turbulence. He said, "I'm sitting next to Catherine Jenkins." He said, and the second in command come down, went, "Strap yourself in, guys. It might get a bit turbulent. We've got ACAC fire and they're trying to target the plane." Unfortunately, this plane hasn't got any defences. He said, "So if we get hit, we're going down." And he went, "How long will it take for the plane to crash?" And he went, 2 minutes. He said, "Well, in 2 minutes, I've got time to fuck Catherine Jenkins before I die then."
Fair play. Mate, honestly, he's live is really good. He's worth going to have a couple of quid on just to have a night out with you and your missus, and you know what I mean.
Do you remember Bob Monkhouse?
Oh, yeah, he was great. He was great.
There was 2 sides to that guy. I went to a private club in London years ago, and when I heard that it was Bob Monkhouse, I was thinking to myself, "Fucking hell, it's going to be a bit tame." Oh my god,
he's not.
He's not.
Mate, I tell you who we saw who come over and saw us. Remember, he used to be on EastEnders. He used to be Frank on EastEnders.
Oh,
Mike Reid.
Mike Reid.
Turn it in.
He was bluer than blue.
Mate,
he was near the knuckle.
Mate, he was close to the bone. Close to the bone, he was.
Who was the other one? Bernard Manning or something.
Bernard Manning was really bad as well.
Manning,
yeah.
He was near the knuckle, wasn't he?
And what's that Scottish bloke as well with a big ginger beard? He's a comedian now. He's been kicked off.
Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle. Mate, he's
Biggie, I've been to see him live about fucking 8 times or something like that, 8 different gigs.
He's pretty funny,
mate. And mate, everybody there was like,
he doesn't mince about with his words. He's fucking.
Mate,
He's views on politics.
Is that still a program on TV? Whose line is it anyway? Because that's when you actually see how good a comedian is, when you put them on the spot.
He got kicked off that day, yeah.
I'll tell you something about Frankie Boyle that a lot of people don't know. He was a school teacher, right? But he's very, very clever. He's a comedy writer. He writes comedy. And see Jimmy Carr, he wrote Jimmy Carr's comedy.
I didn't know that.
Aye.
Fucking hell. I don't know that. But I've only seen him once, man. And, the first, 15, 20 minutes, you're like, because he walks out, just like, fucking strap yourself in.
Nah, he's fucking brilliant, man.
Strap yourself in, because this is going to be a bad one. You know what I mean? You're like, fuck, honestly, the first 10 minutes, you're like, mate, he's going to get dragged off stage in a minute. He is, because fucking...
When you finally taste a cock, Peaky, all it's going to taste of is relief. That's a Frankie Boyle joke.
Mate, he's just ruthless at you, and it like there's just no hard bars. It's like it don't matter whether you're blind, deaf, disabled, a mom, a dad, a nan, a granddad, every fucker's having it. Like, you know what I mean? Every fucker. It was good. It was good, mind. Like some of the first 10 minutes is a bit shocking.
Jimmy Carr stuff's really near the knuckle because he tends. What was it? He had one, and the bloke, he said, "Go on, it's time to heckle the comedian. Chuck us your best one-liners." And this bloke went, "You got a long face," and he went, "Right." So I've got a long face. He said, "Your mum's a." He said, "I fucked your mother last night," and the bloke went, "Hey, but your face is longer." He went, "Hang on, how does that work?" He said, "I've just insulted your mother, and you're telling me I've got a long face." And it was, the bloke down the front, and the bloke was like, hey. And he went, "All right." He said, "Take your time, take your time." He said, the bloke went, "Oh, I've got Tourette's." And he went, "That's a question." He said, "The mentality of people with Tourette's, what makes them tick?" So, oh, Jesus.
That Frankie Boyle, mate, he was one of them where he'd pick somebody in the crowd and he just fucking wouldn't let go. He'd just arm him, and then all of a sudden he'd walk away. Literally, you could see his eyes like, "You having it next." And off he went again. Well, it was good. It was proper good. Proper laugh.
They had, what was it? If you remember Freddie Starr?
Freddie Starr, yeah, man.
Oh, God. We did a show with Freddie in Milton Keynes, and some bloke got up to go to the toilet for a piss. And he got halfway up the aisle, and Freddie went, "You better run a bit faster." And the bloke was like, "Oh," and he went, "Yeah, he's after a shit then." He said, while he was in the toilet, he said, on the way back, as he comes out, give him a clap and tell him to wash his hands. Poor bloke turned around and walked straight back out again. Because you know you're going to get picked on for the whole bloody show.
Fucking. Mate,
it's just ruthless. The biggest tits out there. He's like, "Christ, how big are those?" And he wouldn't leave it alone, though. He's up there. Oh.
Mate, it's just, but it's just good. You know what I mean? It's nice that these people exist. You know what I mean? Just to keep a bit of sanity amongst us fucking balmy lot. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Good to see you, Rowley. Have a great New Year, mate.
See you later, Roland. Take care.
I think Oz gets it first, don't they? So, yeah, Australia is the first of New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have a good one, Rowley. Yeah, keep safe, mate. Keep safe. Oh, God, what fun, though. Let's see where Chris is up to now. Is he still on 17? Let's have a look. Oh, he's on 19. Chris has gone up to 19.
No, 19.
No, 19. Paul Hardcastle. There we go. One more time. Sprocket Rocket. Let's see if we can get him over 20 before.
What you want now, Chris? What you want now?
19.
19. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Chris should start spouting out on his vlog the old Frankie Boyle jokes.
No, you can't steal someone else's patter. That you need to have your own patter. Nah. You can't steal someone else's. That's a no-go.
Whereabouts are you up in the jolly old north, between Glasgow and Edinburgh?
I'm from Glasgow.
Oh, you're from Glasgow.
Aye, but do you know? Have you ever heard of Kilmarnock? I stay in Kilmarnock.
Yeah,
I don't know how many.
yeah,
I'm not meant to say that, am I?
Glasgow is a bit like Las Vegas. It's the only two places on this planet where you can pay for sex with chips. Is that right?
So they say. I don't know. I still couldn't get laid growing up. Tell you that.
All you need to do is just copy the link off the page, or just go on YouTube. Just type youtube.com and then just put / Sprocket Rocket Chris. You'll find it. Easy, or at Sprocket Rocket Chris.
So it's Sprocket Rocket. It's Sprocket Rocket Chris.
And no pressure. There'll be some content by tomorrow evening.
Yeah, 24 hours will be content.
Yeah. On your SV650, not your CBR.
What you want to do is, do you know the best thing is do a short, because shorts will make you so many views and get people to come away. Do one of you just stroking the bike going.
I just want to do a wee bit. I'm going to ride down the road. I've got a road in mind very close to my house, and I'm just going to ride down it. One shot. I'm going to do it all in one shot. I'm just going to say who I am and thanks everybody for joining my channel. And I hope they create some good content in the new year and blah, blah, blah. Shit like that.
How near do you live to either Lockwood or Zedhead?
Near enough to all of them. Can I?
Right. Go buy some eggs. Right to one of their houses and egg their front door, right? Film it and then ride off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the cars. Egg the cars.
Yeah. That'd get you a few views.
Yeah. I'll get the jail. I'm one of these people who doesn't get away with anything. The next thing you know, over the arms up the back and all that, getting dragged into the.
If you get stopped by the police, tell them I told you to do it.
They don't let me away with nothing.
Tell them you're following a lawful order.
Yeah. I'm going to say that next time then, Paul.
I'll be like, I was on a stream last night, some guy called Revbomb, and there was a police on it, and he told me to do this.
Yeah. Good defense.
They're like, right, son, in the fucking van.
I'll tell you what, the one that got me.
Back up, we need backup. It's fucking.
I did some mad Scottish bloke. He's outside. He's egging my house. Can someone send someone around, please?
What is it? They've got that thing that they shout on the radio.
He's telling some fucking shit Frankie Ball jokes as well.
They've got a certain code that they shout over the radio, and it means all the coppers come. A copper's getting battered or something.
Right up to my bit tomorrow. I'm cleaning the bike. There we go.
There you go.
Actually,
that's a fucking free brew. That is. That's a free brew.
I'll even pay for the eggs if you actually manage to hit one of their bikes.
If you hit one of the windows,
yeah, I ain't doing fuck all. I ain't doing fuck all with Zed's. By the way, have you seen the sizes? I'm not messing with that boy. And I heard that he's done the Thai boxing as well. So
oh yeah, he's well hard. He's well hard. He is.
I'll tell you the best short I did was Paul will remember this. Was like Simon GTR's 1400, Red Bomb's GTR 1400, Uncle Red's Vulcan, Boo's BMW, and Rhythmic Bikers. Who's put a fucking Triumph with the Kawasaki's? I got so much hate off that video, but it's I think 7,500 views now.
Yeah, see, it just goes to prove the ones that you do that are controversial get more views.
Yeah, or Simon was like, oh, look, all the ride packs here. And then you pan the camera around, Simon's on his own. Look at this antisocial bastard. Yeah, that's Simon GTR 1400. That had, I think, 5,500. But everybody was messaging Simon saying, oh, this Rev Bomb's taking the piss out of you because you're antisocial.
Make a video in bad mouth Andrew Tate and put something about him bad in the title of it, and you'll get loads of views.
Well, funnily enough, I did a TikTok and it was ban Michael Bublé for Christmas. It's after Christmas now. They probably put that little sad twat back in the cupboard, but that got 800 odd views in about a week.
Yeah.
You see, I've got a video at the minute. I'm waiting for one of my family just to watch it, whether I should put it up or not. And to me, trying to get my Pat Talk to ring somebody, and it will ring them for love and money, and I'm absolutely screwing. For about 4 minutes, I'm effing and jeffing, man, like a good. Do you know what I mean? But you know, you edit it all down, and I'm like, I said to my daughter the other day, I went, "Will you listen to it and see if is it worthwhile putting it up?" Because literally, it's just back, just constant. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, fuck. It was just so frustrating, though. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, text these. Usually, you go, "Hey Siri, hey, text X, Y, and Z. What do you want to say?" And then you go, "Hey Cardo, volume up," or "Hey Cardo, speed dial," or whatever, and it rings them. Mate, I'm doing it. Nothing at all. Mate, I just lost my shit. Literally,
You just end up driving along going, "Hey Cardo, hey Cardo, hey Cardo."
Mate, I was like, "Hey, the fucking hell, gonna fucking do that, fucking." You know, right, my bike, man. And there must be about 3 minutes of me just gone off on a tangent.
Yeah, but you could just imagine Chris doing Cardo, going, "Cardo, what, you wish to have a delivery from Waitrose?" "No, I said, hey Cardo, not fucking Cardo."
Mate, it was all sorts, man. I was saying, ring somebody, and then it was saying text, and I was saying, okay, text.
It starts fucking phoning people and stuff like that, right? Next thing you know, you're on the phone to somebody in your helmet, and you're like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to phone you." Oh, that's fucking...
Honestly, there's probably about, I've chopped it down to about 3 minutes, but there's about 8 minutes, and I'm just raring. Say that again, Chris.
It phone's the last person you want to call. It starts phoning like your fucking old boss that you shouldn't even have his number in your phone.
Mate, I was screwing. Honestly, I was absolutely.
That happened to me, but
mate, at one point I pulled my bike over. I was like lifting my boys up, and I got the camera looking at me, and I'm getting. You'd calm down. Calm down.
I noticed that. See, when you're going on your bike, and you see if you get above a certain speed and there's a lot of wind in that, it doesn't. The voice thing doesn't work as good. You need to slow down to about like 30 or something, and then it'll work okay.
Well, duck behind the fairing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, I've got no windscreen on my bike. I've only got that little thing. Like, yeah, you know what I mean, when I've got the touring screen on, it's a bit easier. But it's like when I'm looking through that with the GoPro, everything's like it's like you're looking at it pissed. It's all fucking wavy and everything. Do you know what I mean? So I don't like riding it like that. Like, but
I don't have mine anymore. I sent it back. I don't want it. I don't want because I'll listen to music and I just don't want it. I don't want any distractions when I'm on my bike. No distractions at all, man.
Fair play to you. Fair play to you.
I had it, as I say, I had one for about 4 days and it nearly killed me, and I sent it back.
See, I like listening to my music. I like speaking to people and having a chat.
I listen to music, but I think it's quite handy having a Bluetooth earpiece if you're riding in a group.
Mm.
And then you can talk to each other while you're.
I thought it was good for that, and I thought it was good because you can set up a quick call sort of button, and you can call the missus straight from my helmet, and let her know if I'm going to be late or I'm stuck in traffic or something like that, so she doesn't worry, because my missus worries when we're on the bike, So
you see that the other good thing I found, especially riding in a group, if you come around a corner, for example, and we're all riding, all they see is your brake lights. They don't know how much brake you're putting on, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say, "Fuck it," you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You need to slow down. You know what I mean? So there's only one rider then who's anchoring up rather than 6, 7, or 8. Do you know what I mean? Because all they see is a brake light that it don't respond to the pressure that you're putting on. But
surely when you get to the point of doing a stoppie, it's a bit of a fucking brown seat moment, isn't it? Really?
That happened to me. I was riding my bike one time, and I started the traffic got pulled up at this light, and I went up the right hand side of them, and a space opened up, and the next thing, this fucking taxi driver it was parked at the side of the road, decided to do a fucking bully through the space to go the other way, and I'm coming like that, and he just fucking ripped straight through, and I should have seen it coming, but I fucking shit myself so much, man. Slammed the anchors on, and the back of the bike lifted off the ground and then slammed back down dead hard, man. Fucking, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it at all. It was an accident, So,
how long you been riding, Chris?
About a year and a half, 2 years now, sort of.
Oh right, okay, so not too long then. Same as me.
Aye. But I've done a lot of riding. I've maybe done I've done about 16,000 miles so far. No, I've done more than that actually. I've done about 25,000 miles so far since I passed my test.
That's probably more than most.
Aye, because some
seasoned
people only do a
riders.
couple of hundreds a year and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah. I mean, my mate Dave was saying the other day. I mean, he's been riding now since 2012. And when I told him the other day that since I had my Triumph, I think I've done around about 18,000 miles. He goes, "Oh bloody hell, you've done more miles in that year?" Because I literally passed exactly this time last year.
Aye.
So like I'm a year this week actually.
Aye.
And he said I haven't done 17,000 miles even since 2012.
See, when I first passed my test, I didn't go to work for about 3 weeks after I passed my test. I put about 3,000 miles on my bike in the space of like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't even go anywhere. I was just driving about the local area.
No, you don't, do you? You just get on the bike and you just have fun. See where you end up. Forget the sat nav. Just go for a nice long ride and not worry about.
I was just loving it. Loving it.
It is great. I mean, everyone has different reasons for riding, whether it's therapy, whether it's a choice because driving a car these days is expensive and paying to commute is just stupid money now. But for me,
do you know what? See, I'd always fancied a motorbike. Like I wasn't allowed one when I stayed at home, like my gran and my mum and that. There was no chance with a bike when you live under this roof, kind of thing. The death traps and all that, and then when I got into my 20s and stuff, I didn't want one either because I knew if I got one then, I wouldn't be here now if I'd got one then. You know what I mean? I was too daft. It was too.
Same story. If I'd have been in my 20s and 30s on a bike, I don't think I'd be here now.
And then I don't want to talk too much about it, right? But I've had some hard times in my life recently, right? Some things have happened, some major things to deal with and stuff in my life, and it just made me think, fuck it, I'm not going to live in fear anymore. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm going to do this, and I just went, fuck it, and I went and done it. I went and done my bike test, and that's it. And I've never looked back. I can't believe it.
Sounds a bit like me. Yeah, exactly like my mindset.
If you happen to be out on your bike, get yourself one of these. 20 quid on Amazon. Tactical flashlight, and it's great. Comes with built-in lithium battery, or you can put 3 AAAs in the holder, which becomes your backup battery. But little pouch, you get a lanyard with it, and you get a little pocket clip, so you can actually clip that onto your shirt or your pocket. LED button, turn it on. Hang on. That's how bright it is. So you can zoom it in.
Mate, it's like the fucking sun.
You can hit someone over the head with that as well.
That's low, or
off the wall.
Strobe mode for blinding people.
Take it off the strobe mode, mate. She misses a on the pole.
But for 20 quid, that ain't bloody bad, I tell you.
No.
And it's 20,000 lumens.
I have to say my best investment was the old puncture repair kit because there's nothing worse than being on a motorbike in the middle of nowhere with a puncture.
Yeah.
Having to wait for the AA for 3 hours. That ain't fun.
Chris.
Yes.
Can I just say, mate, I understand where you're coming from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, same here.
Fucking.
Aye.
You know what I mean, mate? That'll feel like.
Aye. There's just things sometimes that happen, you know what I mean? They make you think. They make you realise. They make you realise how short life actually is.
Yeah.
Fucking.
100%,
You know, and if you keep putting these things off.
All I wanted to say, mate, is I understand, and they'll feel like you.
Oh no, it's cool.
How can I put it? I don't want you to feel like uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Obviously, you've got your own personal, problem there.
Aye.
You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is that there's a lot of us here who've been through our own issues. But you know what I mean? If ever you need to,
I'm sure the time will come.
Have a word or whatever you want to do, mate. You know what I mean? Obviously it's up to you, but I just don't feel like you're on your own, if that makes sense.
The thing about riding, and you'll relate to this, all of you, is when you're riding a bike, what's amazing is the fact that you can't afford to think anything. Everything everything goes. There's just you and the bike and the road. And what I love about it is the fact that no matter what stress you're under and what shit you're going through, it all disappears, you know, when you're on the bike. And you have to empty your mind completely when you're on a bike. I know a lot of people think surely you have to concentrate, but actually no, it's the opposite. It's literally you have to empty your head completely to be able to just I don't know, be part of the bike. It's
No, you do need to kind of concentrate on riding the bike, you know, just like what you're doing. You're looking out for the traffic. You're looking out. Somebody going to pull out. You know, is it a corner coming up? Is there a pothole? Is it a good surface I'm riding on?
It's that point. I totally agree there with both.
Yeah, processing so much information.
It is, isn't it?
Where you realise that, you know what I mean. If you worst way I can describe it is you can drop one bollock, and you know you're going to be, you know, there's going to be consequences, and I think that's why the concentration deflects everything else. So when you're riding, even though you feel like you're riding just chilling along, even though you're concentrating, you're just deflecting everything else because you know that you're on that little small thing with no cage around you, and you're out to the elements and all the rest of it, and you know you're kind of on your own, if that makes sense. And there's nobody there to help you. There's no one there to talk to.
And sometimes it's nice to ride in a group, but other times it's just as cool to just ride on your own. I get, yeah, when you're on your own, it's very different. It seems a bit more, it's a bit more pressuring when you're in a group because I ride with a few other people every now and again, and one of them, Dell, he rides, he's got a Kawasaki ZZR 1400, and he's around about the same age as me, and not a GTR, a ZZR.
ZZR, yeah.
And it's one of those bikes, really, where you don't need to prove yourself. It's everyone looks and knows what a ZZR is. It's pretty much the fastest thing on the planet. You know, we all know that. Okay, apart from the H2 and all that bollocks, but he still rides like he's in his 20s, and I always have to watch out for him. If I'm riding with him, not only am I watching out for myself and all the other fuckers on the road, I'm watching to see what he's doing. He's a good rider on that. He's a good bloke, but every now and again, he lets his right hand dominate his brain, and I can almost feel the little cog going, and I just stay dead still, and sure enough, he'll zip up either side of me somewhere just to
see. I think I'm the opposite there. When Red Locks is just saying she a group, a big fan of riding the groups, but if I ride on my own, I lose my head, and I just end up riding at like fucking 95%. Do you know what I mean? Because there's nobody in front of me, nobody behind me, and I'm just like I say, I'm at the top line of my limit.
Yeah,
quite often. Where when I'm riding with somebody else, I know that I've got to, like today, me and Gary went out. Yesterday, me and Gary went out, and one of my subs met him. Nice lad, like, you know what I mean. He's only passed his test a couple of months, so I had to rein it back a bit. But that helped me, if that makes sense. Because if I'd have done that trip, mate, that was like a 4.5 hour ride. I probably could have done that in, 3 hours, 2.5 hours. Do you know what I mean? I could have blatted along there, and I'll get to the point where I feel like sometimes I'm racing again, almost. Do you know what I mean? And there ain't nobody there. There ain't nobody to race against. But it's up here. Do you know what I mean? It's up here. I'm like, fucking come on, let's get for it. Do you know what I mean? And I want a BMW 1250 GS, and that's what I mean. Sometimes when these people could pass me, and I'm like, I sit there like, fuck it, got them after them. Do you know what I mean? And then when we get to the calf, and I'm like, fucking hell, mate, I've never seen anybody ride a GS like that before. Do you know what I mean? You fucking go through the corners, back end, slipping out, you counter steering, and I'm like, yeah, but you've come past me like I'm a dickhead. That's what's frustrated me. You ain't come past me respectfully. You've come past me like I'm like a GS rider, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have a bit of respect when you get past people. Have a little bit of respect.
But
there's always somebody a little bit faster than you.
but that red mist is something that I've always been very mindful of. You know, as a younger, as Chris was saying earlier, and I relate to what Chris was saying. When if I was younger, if I was on the kind of machines you can have now in my 20s and 30s,
Deaf, man.
I
Absolute
wouldn't be around now. If you'd have given me a ZZR 10 years ago, even 10 years ago, I'd be dead now.
I had a couple of bad car crashes when I was young. See, when I was like 20 odds and stuff. I mean, proper like rally style. Rolled it down the road. Fuck it. Get out, and there was like bits of the gearbox lying up the road and all this. Fucking.
See, but you want about that red mist?
I had no seatbelt on. 90 mile an hour. I crashed at 90 mile an hour. Right, rolled the car down the street.
Still alive.
No fucking seatbelt on. Right. And I crawled at the back window of the car, man. Like I think I got knocked out at one point. But I remember when the car was rolling. I remember fucking. I think I hit the roof of the car, but it winded me when I hit the roof of the car. Like it was spinning. I think it pinned me to the roof and it winded me. Like that. I think my shoulder still fucks for that to this day. But I can't. I'm a lucky boy. And then you hear about people having crashes at
20 miles an hour.
Like
I'll tell you something quite alarming. Bless you. Did you get two for the price of one there? I've been to a lot of crashes, cars, motorbikes, and believe it or not, and I would never go down as saying this officially, most of the people that survive are the ones that weren't wearing their seatbelts. Do you know why? Because they're stuck in their seat, and because after the crash, the mechanism of their injury is such that the seatbelt has kind of stopped them from getting injured in different ways. But as soon as the seatbelt is released to get them out of the car, it's increased the blood flow to that area, and they end up dying of what's called toxic shock syndrome.
Yeah.
So most of the people that I've ever come across, if I've come across an RTC, and I've done a fair few in my life, most of the ones that have ended up surviving, when they've said to me, look, I'm a quiet officer, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, am I going to get done? And I'm going to go, no. I'm just glad you're alive. So we'll leave that there. But that might be a matter for the insurance company. I don't know. I can't comment, but I'm just glad you're alive.
Well, I can see if you've been wearing your seatbelt for your injury. But what all I want to go back to is what Paul said about the red mist.
Yeah,
because I mean,
we all get it. We all suffer from it.
I'll race for a fair few years.
I don't think it's red mist. I think it's ego. That's what I think it is. I think your ego gets carried.
Well, red mist is a part of an ego driver, isn't it?
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think
because you get some. You want to win. You want to be faster than the next guy. That's
I don't mind people coming past me, mate. It's when they come past me, and it's
how they do it.
Fucking disrespectful. They come past me. Do you know what I mean? And they're cut straight in front of me, and you're like, "Fucking hell, mate!" You know
who's that? We did overtake me in a 600. Fuck's sake, I'll show him.
But
do you know what? I can relate to that. I can relate to that actually, because I have to really bite my lip sometimes, because you get some people that overtake you in such a way. You're asking yourself, did they actually acknowledge that I'm there? Or did they give a shit I was there and they've just cut that corner?
If they've overtook me and they've pulled out, just like, I don't know, overtaking a car, for example, they've pulled out, overtook me, pulled back in, got in front of me, overtook the car, off they went, sound, I ain't got an issue with that. Genuinely, I ain't got an issue with that. It's these fucking idiots that come past you at like fucking 3 foot and then them slamming on the fucking front brake and you can see the back end fucking twitching about, and you're like, mate, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? You are not in control of that bike, because you can, if you've raced, you can see that somebody ain't in control. It's a panic brake. It's a fuck. I need to fucking angle it.
This is good for me. This is good feedback for me, because in the next year and a half, I mean, I'm studying to become a motorcycle instructor, and the one word that has come up tonight that I think is the most important word that's been mentioned a couple of times in the side chat, as well as a couple of others, is the word ego. And I think, if I was to
no place for one on a motorbike.
Exactly, it's the kind of thing I would be telling people. leave your ego at home when you get on the bike, because then you'll actually come home and ego will still be there. You know, that'll be the bit.
Never show off. Never ever show off in a bike.
So, that's I don't think it's showing. Well, I don't feel like I'm showing off. I just feel like I'm trying to prove a point sometimes, because I'm just like, mate, you want to, I don't know.
But there's no point to prove, Peaky. That's the point.
No, it just annoys me. It just annoys me that the fact is that I think that, well, it probably this is the
That's
race
ego,
with me
mate.
now.
That's 100%.
This is the race with me now. But you know what I mean, right? You on a superior bike, I'm on a lesser bike. Right, I'm gonna fucking show you.
That's a fucking dick swinging
How
contest,
the
Peaky.
fuck you need to fucking ride. If you're gonna overtake me and you want to ride, let's fucking go for it then. You know what I mean, kind of thing. And you know, I'll blat off, and you know what I mean. Then I'll get to fucking, you know what I mean, buffer zone. I can't see anything else, and I'm gone. I ain't interested in fuck all else. But then I get somewhere, and I'm like, I'm done now. I'm done. He ain't overtook me. He ain't. You know what I mean? And I just, for me, it's more frustrating because I feel like that would be disrespectful, mate. You know what I mean? Have a bit of fucking manners when you overtake somebody. If you're going to overtake somebody, sound overtake them, but don't overtake them and kind of fucking start chopping them up or.
Don't whatever you do go to America then, Peaky, because every time I see these YouTubes with these American riders, I just sit there and I'm biting my knuckles watching these squids riding like they should be on a track, but they're on the normal road and they're overtaking people all the time. I'm sitting there thinking, you're just a road wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's
in the gear they wear as well. It's like t-shirts
next to nothing.
Yeah.
Hence the term squid, because they're riding around usually.
Yeah. You see, so I've done it before where I've been on my GS and I've literally sat on somebody's arse, and they've been on like a, you know, CBR 1000 or whatever, trying to get the knee down the corner, and I'm just sat on my GS like that. Do you know what I mean? I just say, mate, you're hanging off the bike like you've hit your fucking Mark Marquez trying to get your knee down. I'm like still fucking 4 foot off the curb here.
See, German jobbies, has he got a channel?
You need to realise that it's, you know, you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? We're more bikers. We're more part of the same family. I'll give you respect. You give me respect. You ain't gonna come past me and then start cutting me in, or go past me and going and all this lot, like, because I ain't doing fucking 80 mile an hour when I'm in a 50 and I'm doing fucking 52. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, is Boo Rider still in the room? You answer me the question, because
Boo's sending loads of stuff out on the Motovlogger channel at the moment. He sent me a private one. He said, got a new dog. It's mainly black and brown with a small white area. We've called him Birmingham.
Twat.
Wanker. But seriously, going back to sort of like someone like Boo, he rides a nice S1000RR. Yeah. You know, it's not a cheap bike. And then you get conversely at the opposite end of the scale where I put me on a cheap £1,600 worth of Triumph. You know, what part does it play in a motorcyclist's head, or an owner of a motorcycle? Where is your head at in terms of what you're riding and how much you've paid for it? Do you know where I'm going with that question?
Yeah.
See, like me and Simon, we do. Well, you've all seen the videos. Nice, easy, black out of Milton Keynes, and it's literally all the way down the dual carriageway. Paul's done the run down to the other end. Me and Simon will only ever open it up because you'll see me watching the rear mirror, and I'll put my hand up. We're good to go. Simon will be watching 2 miles ahead, and he'll go, boom, and then we'll blat it. But as soon as the last time we did it, Simon we were doing 72. But Simon obviously saw a car coming, and he's like, boom, bang off the throttle, and Simon tends to feather his brakes. So all I got was tap, 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 rear light, flashing away. And then a couple of hazards, and then he slowed it right the way down, and he went 2 front, 2 cars, slow it down, back down to normal speed, back down to 60 mile an hour.
You do that means the coppers.
No, he doesn't do coppers. We won't. We won't blat if we've got cars in front or we've got traffic around us. We'll only do it on a straight bit of road where it's where we know that there's only us two at risk.
Well, I know for a fact. I know for a fact TVP only patrol that particular road for the motorcyclists after 12.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, that's one of the reasons why now. Like I ain't done any track work for, 6 years, 5-6 years now. But I just feel like I need to kind of just get at my system. System.
What's your nearest track, Peaky? What's your
Mallory
Mallory
Park.
Park.
Yeah. It's about 35 miles from me. Mallory Park is.
That's a nice circuit.
I can do
Super
Mallory.
Sausage is right next to a Belter track, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Silverstone.
Silverstone, aye.
Yeah, but it's expensive as fuck. It's about 300 quid for a fucking track.
I've been running that loads of times in the computer.
We did one of the good tracks to ride, and it's cheap as chips, is the Bedford track, the Bedford Auto Drive.
I was just going to say, Furley, yeah.
Thruxton's a good Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch.
I'll tell you what, the Bedford track is
Anglesey.
big, but it's
Anglesey is the best track in the UK by far.
I know Brands Hatch so well. Like I reckon I could probably put in. I've been running the computer on Gran Turismo.
That's because you've been playing on Gran Turismo. No, Grand Theft Auto.
No. Honestly, if wet or dry, Anglesey is the grippiest track in the UK, and that's that. What
did you ride around the track, Peaky? What bike were you taking around the track?
Triumph 675 I raced.
Oh, really?
I had 3 of them.
That's a very respectable track bike, actually.
So it was just one of them ones. I went from a Ninja 600 to an R6 CBR 600. Then I went to a Triumph 675 purely because I'd crashed a bike, so I ended up having to buy a bike to race a bike, if that makes sense. And I'd never raced it, nothing before, and I come third. And I don't even feel like I was pushing on the bike. I felt really comfortable, solid. I don't feel like I say on like an R6. Obviously, it's a 4-pop engine, where obviously a Triumph is a triple, so it's thinner. So it was just, for me, it fitted me a lot fucking better. Physically, it just fitted me a lot better because I'm only like 5'8". So I was like sound, and from then I was like, right, that's me done. I ain't gonna go on any other bikes. And
how much is a typical track day if you have to say hire a bike, or was you always having to bring your own?
See, I always bought my own bikes. So, but I know you can hire bikes on the track. But it's somewhat like fucking, for example, the track day could be 200 or 300 quid, and then you could have to buy the bike for 1,000 quid.
There we go.
Congratulations to Redlocks Alley for becoming a level 1 bronze member.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Have you checked out the link to my channel, Ali?
That's my first track bike. That thing had only done from new 9,000 miles when I bought it. And that's a 1999 600F. You
haven't got that anymore, have you?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Gutting. I bet you wish you still had that now.
It was in. I had it in the.
What year was it? Sorry, 1999. Did you say?
1999. Yeah.
That's not
what
the
year
one.
was you born,
the
Chris?
1993 is the one you want. That's the one that it's a collector's item.
That's the green and purple.
Yeah.
No, it's the blue and the white.
The blue.
Is
it the blue and purple? Blue, purple.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the Kawasaki.
Well, that
is
thing.
Is it the blue and purple one? Is it, Chris?
See the new one, the new Fireblade they brought out this year, the 30th anniversary. It's styled on it. The 1993 one.
There we go.
That was on the bike shop. Oh shit!
Oh, is that you, Ref? Jeez, oh.
That was it when I went and stitched it into the side of a van at 30 mile an hour.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was gutting because that was on the Thursday and it was meant to be in the Milton Keynes bike show for best in show on the Sunday. And it never made it.
One side of it would have been.
If I'm a Redlocks, I want to do Malvia Park. Your aim is to get under a minute at Malvia Park. If you're going under Malvia Park in a minute, you're doing well.
Mallory Park in a minute.
Yeah, Mallory Park. You're doing well there. That was the one I was on about the other week when I was chasing this Aprilia around, smoking everywhere, big black lines everywhere, and I was like, "Who the number plate on, indicators flashing everywhere, main beam on." I'm like, "Who the fucking hell is this idiot?"
Well,
you know what I mean? Smoking past everybody.
I don't rate
still hungry totally.
I've done Isle of Man on the ZX7. On the I think it was the last one, when the last year they did the Mad Sunday. I actually got the last year of the Mad Sunday, and they start you off on the grid, and you're basically away you go. Time yourself, and we'll time you when you get back. All right, and first time I'd ever rode the track, and I did go for it on the bike. I absolutely hammered it. Some of the corners were like, and I come back, I'd got bits of hedge stuck in the side of me crash helmet, and I said to the guy, must have got a really good time. And he went, yeah, he said, not bad, 57 seconds. And I went, what's that? He went behind the slowest pace track rider. And I went, oh, is that good? He went, how many times have you been round the track? And I went, it's my first time round the track. And he went, that's not bad. He said, 57 seconds. He said, the average terminal speed around the Isle of Man is around about 110 to 120 mile an hour. He said, your average speed is 74. So
is that what your average speed was? Was it 74?
74 around the whole track.
That's shit.
Yeah, but when you look at that, but when you look at that and you're doing your average is
that's actually quite good if you think about it.
That ain't bad.
What's the record? The record now is 135.
They reckoned it was between 100.
Yeah, so he's only going off. Yeah. Half as fast as the fastest rider that's ever been around there.
That hickey boy with all the fucking money in the world pumped behind him.
Yeah, and that was, you consider that's on a ZX7.
His bike is just a fucking road bike. You know what I mean? He's got fucking slicks. He's got carbon, this, that, and the fucking other. He's lost weight.
They're talking about the average speed.
Yeah, but the only thing was, obviously, I did the day. We stayed in the hotel. But I had to keep stopping every 50 miles to get off because my back was caning. It took me 6.5 hours to get home.
You see, when we did the endurance races, we only did, well, I used to do like an hour and 15, but the other lads used to do 45, 50 minutes. They couldn't do no more. But because I was really comfortable. I had 3 of them, but I had 3 675s, but I was really comfortable on them. So I just say, fill my tank up. When my light comes on, I'll come past, tap my head, do a lap, and I'm coming in. You know what I mean? Like places like Alton Park or Anglesey, a place like that, a pretty decent track, so I can get the bikes out. Where if you like at Mallory, for example, I'll tip my hat, tap my head, and that, so I could probably get 2-3 laps in. For example, so if they know if I'm pulling in off Devil's Elbow and I'm pulling straight over, I'm coming in. What if I'm tucking it in tight, in the bump off Devil's Elbow? You know that I'm going to go round and get another lot. And then you've got to obviously change your transponder onto the next bike and all the rest of the fucking faff. But it is all about the ergonomics and the talking and stuff like that as well. It's having the little code words, the little taps here and there when you're going down the back straight, so people know what you're doing. But going back to the TT, mate, if you're doing 70, 75 mile an hour around there, and the fastest lap now.
On Rev, that's really good, mate. That's
it weren't bad for a first time out, but
I was only kidding on, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Chris, I won't disagree you neither, gentlemen. I was just saying that ain't bad. Do you know what I mean? If you're doing half as fast as a fucking super sports bike,
it's not that. See that track? It's the bumps and stuff, and the way it flings about.
When I did, I come from a motocross background, so 15, I was Southern England champion on schoolboy motocross, but then. We were at just outside of, I think it was just outside of Brackley. There used to be a big motocross circuit there, and ITV used to film there all the time. We did the schoolboy meet, and then this guy came up from the KTM truck and said, said to me, Dad, he said, your lad's a pretty good rider. Can we put him on a big bike in the seniors? And my dad said, well, he can't because he's schoolboy. No, it's just a seniors practice race. We just want to see how good he is against older riders. And all right, yeah, what am I riding? He said, oh, you're riding the KTM 420 2-stroke. I could just about touch the floor on it then. And I said, well, what if Pringles. I said, what if I drop the bike? If you drop the bike or smash it up, then don't worry about it. We just want to see how good you are. There was only, I think it was a 8-man race. He said, but you've got to start from the back of the bike. You've got 8 riders, 8 laps. See if you can get to the front. And I went, all right. He said, but they are all senior and they're all semi-professionals. I went, all right. 6 lap in, I'm in second place hunting this guy down on this Honda. Every time I got level with him, he literally pulled away like I was stood still. And he kept ghosting me all the time, just kept pulling away from me. And I kept chasing him down. He kept pulling away, chasing down. And the guy, we pulled up, the guy won the race. And they said, well, you don't get any points because basically you're not meant to be in the race. But unofficially, you got a second. I went, oh, good. We're sitting there. We'd had a little Ford Escort van and we're putting my KX on the trailer. And this guy walked up, shook me dad's hand. He said, your lad's a bloody good rider. He said, I think Team KTM want to have a chat with him before you go. All right. And my dad stood there, open mouth, going, okay. Yeah, okay. Nice to meet you. All right. Yeah. He walked off and I said to me, Dad, who's that? And he went, that's Graham Noyce. It's Noisy from Team Honda. And I got the race with Noisy quite a few times. Once I got to 16, they let me go into obviously the semi-juniors or semi-pros. But Noisy was a great guy to chat to back then. I did Team KTM for I think a year and a half before and then got out of that. Oh, fuck it, let's go join the army. I got bored. I get bored very, very quickly if something doesn't pique my attention.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's like when I got injured when I was racing, I literally I stopped there and then. That was me done. Never do it again. Do you know what I mean? I was like, my mind's made up. That's it. I do it no more.
Fix that door.
I'm sorry.
We interrupt this coverage to bring you news of the most stupid thing ever in the world of sport.
One.
Cristiano Ronaldo completes a £173 million a year deal, being the most
a year.
Yeah. This to Al Nazar in Saudi Arabia. He has become the highest paid sportsman ever. I'm sorry. What a load of bollocks. Where in the fucking world does anyone justify £173 million a year to kick a fucking ball around a pitch?
Exactly. That's why I don't like football.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah. And then you look at people like you've obviously got Marc Marquez, who's on probably about $1.5 million a year, risking his life all the time.
How much do you reckon he earns?
Marc Marquez, probably about $1.5 million a year.
No chance.
No. I think probably a bit more than that because the sponsorship makes up more than 70% of his salary. So he'll be a standard salary, and that's probably something silly like £300,000 a year. The rest he will be on sponsorship deals and however good his manager is. So it could be upwards of about 3, 4, 5 million. But nonetheless, £173 million a year to kick a fucking football.
A year.
22 Blakes chosen after a bag
of weed. Yeah, exactly. What has this world come to, right?
The thing is, though,
how could you spend that?
If somebody said to you, Paul, you do your job, and I'm going to pay you £1 million a fucking year, what would you do? You go, fucking sound. I'm happy with that. Fucking sweet. You would, wouldn't you? We all would. We all would.
I
don't know what I would do. As normal blokes, we can't comprehend that amount of fucking money.
Surely it's incumbent on any of us. If we are earning that much money, taking us way beyond our normal means, there's a responsibility that we put some money into something to do good.
Back into the system.
Back into the system, back into the mental health system, back into the hospital system. I mean, look at our NHS is on its knees.
Mate, I'll tell you something now. I had a conversation with an officer before. His wife is really senior in the NHS, and was on about the NHS, and a comment he made to me was, in 10 years, we'll be like America. You'll be buying your own insurances because the NHS cannot cope with the amount of people that are in the country. We cannot afford to keep supplying free NHS. We can't do it.
I found something.
It's no longer sustainable for this country.
I found that was something quite alarming the other day. You know, cancer in one way or another has affected us all. You know, whether
1 in 4, I reckon.
Directly.
Yeah.
Well, once upon a time, it was 1 in 4. Statistically, now it's 1 in 2. Okay.
So every person.
Yeah. So if you think about it, right, those. And this was on TikTok as well. Someone had the cheek to put this on TikTok, and oddly enough, it's someone that earns so much money doing what he's doing. He doesn't give a shit, but he came out with it and he told the truth. And he said, if you've got money, it doesn't matter what illness you've got. If you've got money, you can go to any private healthcare facility and you'll pay for the right tests. You'll pay for the right treatment. And when it comes to cancer specifically, there are lots of different treatments for cancer, okay? And that follows logic because there are lots of different cancers. But what happens when you go to the NHS, bless them, they do the best job they possibly can. What tends to happen is you get given a routine cancer treatment for a certain amount of time, whether that be chemo and radiotherapy or what have you. But if you've got money, you can actually pay for the tests that they can't afford to do on the NHS and actually test for that specific cancer, for the specific T cell, for the specific organ and the cause and effect. Yeah. So in other words, if you've got money, then you've got more chance of getting cured, because he then ended that with that statement that made us all think, fuck, you're right. Have you ever heard of many rich people actually dying of cancer? Think about that for a minute.
Well, you know, because you know when my old man died of cancer, and I need to put this correct. My sister's quite wealthy. My sister is. So when he had his treatment, and they says, "Oh, the treatment I work, right, operation day work." Yeah. And then my sister was like, "Right, I need to step in now. What can we do now?" And I was like, "Well, you know, it all depends how much money you've got, basically." And so she was like, "Right, how much do we need to keep him here?" And then we went down a whole different fucking path, mate. A whole different path of treating my dad. And to be fair, we had a conversation. I mean, my dad, in the end, he died, but before he died, we had a conversation with a doctor who went, if you'd have come to us 2 years ago when you got diagnosed, it'd have been gone. It'd still be here. Yeah. And you're just like, fucking, that is shit. That is shocking.
My stepdad had exactly the same thing. He got diagnosed with prostate cancer, and they said to him it can be anything between 6 to 8 years. It's not getting any smaller. He was working his arse off still in the garage. He just put his head down and got on with it. His uncle Harry died in London, who owned one of the houses in the Mews in London. Every house was full of antiques, and I think they sold all the property and everything for. I think Mum got just short of $1 million out of it. And he said, right. And then, of course, as soon as he said that, the doctor went, "Oh, well, we can try this drug, but you've got to go to Harley Street for it." He managed to get an extra 6 years of life. So he managed to get the 6 years before he passed on. But that cost him nearly £70,000 in treatments because the NHS wouldn't supply it. They said, "Oh, you can pay for it privately if you've got the money." But in the end, they basically, it was actually getting better. And the doctor turned around to him and said, "You can't have any more of this drug because the drug is now causing other cancers and it's affecting your body. It's basically mutated because it was an experimental drug." And he said, "Right." He said, "Well, if I come off of it, how long have I got?" 6 months. That was in September. He went into hospital on Christmas Eve and died. It'll be tomorrow, 10 years tomorrow. and he died on New Year's Eve. So he went in Christmas Eve and died on his birthday.
Grim, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was fucking grim. The family, we still go down there, but the best bit was his headstone because we paid $2,000 for the headstone, and he's got a black marble and gold because he always liked black and golds to match his Vincent
Wolves.
and his BMs. But when they did the headstone, it was a husband, a father, a grandfather, and it should have said and a biker, and they misspelled it and put and a baker.
You see, my old man literally on his fucking deathbed.
Yeah.
On his deathbed, he went to me. My old man was about quotes. He always used to quote, like I was in the army. Always used to quote stuff. And he went, I have lived to give the gift of life. And I went, as we used to as kids. Who said that? He went, fucking me. And I was like, oh, okay. So on his stone, that's what I had put on. I have lived to give the gift of life. On his gravestone, like, and yeah. But it was just quite poignant with me because it was just like, as if to go, fucking I've said it, you Jeff. That's what I've just fucking said. Do you know what I mean? I was like, who said that? He went, me. I've just fucking said it.
But it was quite funny because when Mum said to the people that made the headstone, she said, you've spelt it wrong. And they went, what do you mean? She said, he's a biker. Oh, God. Oh, we're so sorry. We'll give you a full refund and give you the headstone free of charge. She went, just sort it. She said, I'm not worried about getting a free headstone out of it.
Yeah.
He said, by law, if we make a mistake, you can sue us for causing distress and harm to the family. He said, we have to refund you. And she went, I don't want it. He said, well, we have to legally reimburse you and give you a free headstone. She went, just sort the headstone out. I don't want the money. We've got to give you your money back. We can't, you cannot refuse this money. She went, give it a Willen Hospice, which is the local hospice in Milton Keynes. And they went, oh, well, are you sure? She went, just give the bloody money to Willen Hospice. I don't want the money. Just sort the headstone. And he said, oh, well, I'm so sorry for the distress. She went, distress? The bloody family are killing themselves laughing. He'd be rolling around in his grave laughing that you called him a baker.
You see, I paid for my old man's funeral. And because at the time, a lot of his money and stuff like that was in transition, all the rest of it. So my mum was like, I can't afford to pay for it. I was like, right, I'll pay for it. We'll sort it out later. You know what I mean? Yeah, as you do. We'll sort it out later. You know what I mean? And then I went to go and pay, like, it might sound daft, but you can start paying for stuff. You're like, fuck, how much is that? Literally, my old man's funeral cost me, like, I mean, I'm going back 13 years now, and my old man's funeral cost me like $12,500. And it wasn't nothing special. You know what I mean? It was like a fucking, I don't know, fucking a celebrity being fucking buried. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing fucking amazing. You know what I mean? We had a Scottish piper because he was from a Scottish regiment and a Scottish family. So, but it wasn't like out the ordinary, and like $12,500. And then, you know what I mean? There was events after that that's happened that's basically broke us all up. But yeah, it was
They should be fucking shot. See the money that they charge for funerals. These people,
right,
man, are like vultures preying on the fucking weak and vulnerable.
It's that. It's like, mate, it's his dad, mate. Like his coffin, mate. Mate, you can't get a fuck. This is gonna sound really bad. You look at the cheapest coffin, mate. It's shocking. It's shocking. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I've said to my kids, mate. You know what I mean? I don't want to get buried.
I think you can get it a lot cheaper than that, though. I've looked into it before. There's a funeral. You can get a funeral for $2,500, I think.
Somewhere, like, you know what I mean? Mate, no, you can't, mate.
You can.
A coffin. If you get buried. No, if you get buried.
I want to be zip tied to my motorbike, set fire, and catapulted out into sea.
I want a Viking funeral.
Yeah,
in a long ship.
Setting fire.
Oh, that's quite personal, let me say.
Lock my throttle on full, duct tape me to my bike or whatever, and then just let it go over the cliff. That'd be
You only need two
Oh,
pole bearers for me
Exeter's back.
because
Shh,
there's only
Exeter's
two
back.
handles in a bin.
You need to watch what you're saying. Stop swearing because Exeter's back now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The Exeter
Stop
Flyer
swearing.
has arrived back in the room, ladies and gentlemen.
Exeter Flyer.
Exeter,
we
hello.
break this
It's very
program.
nice to
Exeter.
have
I'm even sorting my moustache out for you. Look. You see?
Yeah, I'm trying to get mine.
Yeah, fucking
I
Mr. Beale.
feel very honoured to have an audience with the Exeter Rider tonight.
One feels distinguished and royal having the Exeter Rider with us.
Here,
So
see
my-
Exeter, is he kind of combine harvester type of guy? See the area he got? He's like, my combine harvester. It's kinda-
When I used to look at Exeter Rider, shall I tell you what used to make you think of? Remember them two fucking airy bikers? You know the bald one now? Used to make you think of him.
I rode down to Cornwall back in October, and I did actually message him to meet up for a coffee on my way through.
Did he
But
fuck you
I
off?
messaged him on an account that he doesn't monitor, and by the time he actually read it and he replied to me, I was on my way back out of Exeter.
Where did you? What? I'm going to say really daft here. Where's Exeter? Is that like Bristol way?
Yeah, just if you think of Bristol, there, Exeter's down here, south.
So it's like Devon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like proper south.
South, but they don't say it like that down there.
Fucking south. How do
They
I say
say
it now?
south.
How do I say it now?
Sorry.
That's what I say. I'm in south, aren't I?
South.
I'm in south.
They talk like that down there, I believe.
Oh, are they all fucking Farmer Giles?
It's all for the greater good.
This is my sister, who's
Or-
also my mum and my wife.
And my cousin. And my next
I
door
drink the
neighbour's
cider.
Labrador.
I'll have a cider, boy. A cider.
Fucking hell, Chris, what was that? Was that Welsh?
Yeah. I don't realise we was doing fucking Jamaican.
We don't have any Welsh people here, do we?
I don't know.
We
That
don't.
is that kind of
Revson's
Oh,
fucking
get me
racist to the Welsh,
cider.
ain't he?
If I'll tell you, it'd be good. We need some Welsh people. That's lovely for you, isn't it? To see those
Who's
two trees there. Mine's the one in the middle, isn't it?
Who's fucking
Yeah, we
Jack?
need some
Is that
Welsh
called?
people.
Who was the guy that used to do it? I were down pub with Denzel Pemberton the other day.
No, that was Jeffro.
Oh, Jeffro, that was it, Jeffro. Yeah,
He was from Cornwall. He was.
Come on, Chris. Let's have a comeback off you. Yeah, we need the good one.
yeah.
We need
Come
a good one
on,
now,
come on,
Chris.
exit a fan free.
Hey, what's happened?
Come on, let's have some more Exeter accent, Chris.
I can't see the chat. If there's
You're
anything
the
going on.
secret love child, Paul.
Try not to sound like a
Can
Pakistani
I ask Exeter a question from his live the other night, if possible? Right. So, can I ask if any of the people on the live, because I asked a few questions to different people, and I did get a response. Do the people on the live, do they understand that they can shrink the side chat down and look at the side chat whilst I'm doing the live? Because if they don't realise that they're doing that, obviously they're missing out a lot of questions that are coming up
Can we do what?
on your live. So like now,
Oh, I can press comments and see the comments. Oh,
yeah.
right,
So
no, I didn't realise that. No.
yeah. So what I've got now, I've got my screen, but I've got the YouTube channel shrunk down so I can see all the live chat on the left hand side.
Aye.
So I asked a few questions the other night to different people, and I did get a response. So, you know, I don't know how many lives you've done or anything like that, but you know, it's just for me. You know, when you ask a question, or you know, you ask a question a couple of times and it ain't getting answered, then I don't know. But if you could brief them before, that'd be beneficial. Like,
How
Yes,
can I be
level.
How can I be Exeter's secret love child? I'm older than Exeter.
I think so. I think
How does that work out?
Keeping the conversation in the side chat. I need to get to that. Yeah, but that ain't you. So they can watch the side chat. Exeter, they can see the side chat like I can now when I'm doing it. Yeah, let me take a photo. Exeter, and I'll. So
You got something?
I'll put that in the group. So what I've got is the live going on now, and to my right I've got your chat. What's going on? It's just that sometimes, like I say, people asking questions, and people were the people who was on the live were responding to the live chat. So.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm just asking a question. I don't know if they can do it or not. We get soaked up with talking about. Yeah, I appreciate that, but do you know what I mean? What we're doing now is this, mate. This ain't fucking difficult. Like, do you know what I mean? If somebody asks me a question on here, I can answer it on the live chat. Do you know what I mean? We ain't got to bring it up on this chat now. That makes sense.
All right.
I ain't picking you. I ain't picking. It was just frustrating for me because I was asking a couple of questions to an individual, and you are picking it up, and then I asked a couple of questions to somebody else, and they pick it up. So all I'm trying to do is, when Exeter does a live, to make that obviously that live a bit more interactive with the people who are on the live chat rather than them just clicking on the link and I'm seeing the link. So if they can see what I can see now, then they can interact on both streams rather than just one. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I don't want to fucking pick flies or fuck all like that. I'm just saying it was just something that I picked up on when I was asking questions, and you are getting responded to.
I tend to jump between, because I've got the StreamYard on one screen, but in a second tab I've got my YouTube open of the show, so I can keep my eye on that. But I'm having to monitor it because obviously if someone says the word like snowflake or BB comes in and says the word come.
yeah. But all you're doing now is monitoring what's going on there with the chat. What's going on now? But what I'm saying is, like, we can all see what's going on in the chat, if that makes sense.
Believe it or not, Friday Night Live is still in the green. We're doing all right.
I miss loads of shit in the chat, and it's probably not going to change. So see if I miss anything anybody writes, I'm really, really sorry. I'm just not the most observant person. And see, the written language, it's the worst form of communication that there is.
Yeah, it's easier for people to come in and actually jump on the stream and chat with us. I've got 6 other spaces available, so anybody wants to come in and jump in on the chat. The link is up there again. One more time on the side, StreamYard. Click the link. Come and join us on the show. Come and be on camera with the boys.
So,
I remember when I done English in school, and they talked about you're always take a piss.
So what was you then? You Scottish then?
No, but see something. I can't remember what it is.
No,
but
just asking.
Something like 70%.
I've got cousins who struggle to speak fucking English.
Something like 70% of what you actually say is in your body language. Is in your, it's not in actually the words that come out your mouth. It's in your body language. So that's why you see the written language. It's so open to misinterpretation. It's the worst form of communication that you get. That's a fact. Scientific.
Speak face to face, motherfuckers.
Job is what you prefer, Chris. Smoke signs or telepathy? Love joining RB, but with the in-laws in Kent. That's all right, mate. I'd love to join the live stream. I don't have a webcam.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question now? How many beers you had?
Me?
Yeah.
2. Well, I'm on my second.
Chris, how many beers you had?
0.
Paul? None.
No,
So on this live stream, there's just me pissed.
Aye.
We're waiting for you to fall off the chair again.
I've had wine, right?
I'm drunk on life, mate.
Oh, fucking bore off.
The last time Paul got pissed on a live stream, he ended up shaving his head.
Yeah, you cut your head, you? I've had a firecracker, and then
Catcher.
yeah. Let me just.
Oh, here we are. White's on 2. Poncho's on 8. Lover of You's on 4. I've got to be careful because I'm in the garage tomorrow and I'm single crewed again.
That's got none in. That's got none in.
While Phil's lording it up in Devon
I'm
with the
not
family.
drinking. I'm not drinking because I'm on the bike in the morning, mate. And the last thing I need is to be
Over.
slogging
Yeah,
around the
same
road
here,
state
mate.
on
Same
rat shit
here.
on a
Oh
bike.
man, fair play. I'm just asking a question. That's all.
I'm bad enough on the
It's pissing
bike.
down here tomorrow, so mate, if it was nice, I won't be drinking like. Well, I probably would be drinking like this, but gambler, right? You know what I mean? I'm only joking.
MC's on the beers as well. Ali doesn't drink. She's a tea and coffee
I'm you
girl.
on the beers, so okay. I'm fucking on the beers, mate.
Ali, hang on. Ali doesn't drink.
Ali doesn't drink. She's a tea and coffee girl.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Ali, fuck off.
She's come from South Africa after all this time.
Man, she drinks fucking Spice Rum and shit like that. That's a blatant lie.
You can tell when a woman's lying. She moves her lips.
Yeah. And says, "I love you." At the end.
On her mouth, that is.
Exeter, I'm too sensible. Exeter, you need to relax yourself, man.
Yeah, behave because Ali's South African. She drinks white man blood.
Yeah, man.
Pull that poker out your arse. Sorry, Exeter. I'm only having a laugh, mate. I'm just.
No, you ain't.
I'm only having...
Exeter, can I just say, mate? It's for me. This is what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? Having a laugh and a joke with your bros.
Having a bit of pants on a Friday night, as they say.
Do you know what I mean? It's this is us, man. Do you know what I mean?
It's take the piss out of every one night.
Yeah, man. No, but this is life, eh? This is life.
Is it? Fuck's sake, man. I didn't get the memo.
Did you not get the memo?
This is my fucking life.
Is this actually life? Is this fucking? Is this for real?
What we'll do, we'll send you the memo after you've done your next submission on your YouTube.
Mate, I'll drink beer. I'll go to work. I'll come home. I'll revive my kids and I ride my bike. That's me fucking done. I can't do fuck all else. I'm wanking.
Right, the missus. I've got one motto: work hard, play hard. That's the easiest way to say it.
Play hard, party
fuck hard. That's my other one. Work hard, play hard, and fuck hard. That's me.
My motto is wake up, be grateful you've woken up.
Yeah, if you wake up breathing, it's a good day.
No. I'd if I'm gonna go, I need to go when I'm asleep. I don't want to go when I'm fucking awake. You know what I mean?
I would like to die of a heart attack whilst bedding my 20-year-old bride after
I need to grow my moustache like a fucking musketeer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peaky, shut up a minute. Shut up. Mad old biker, what were you saying about what were you going to do to the bride there? I was very interested.
20-year-old bride?
No, how I would like to go whilst bedding my 20-year-old bride after shagging her for the 15th time of a heart attack. And then that's where we go on to putting me on my motorbike, strapping me down, sticking it on full and launching me out to sea before I get done. Yeah.
Fucking Chris is going to have a fucking danger wank in a bit in the fucking conservatory.
Mince me up and put me in all the pies at the local butchers. Fucking so everybody can eat me.
That's like in Kingsman Golden Circle, isn't it?
Exeter 15 times I'll struggle for a second. Fuck you know.
It's like, I better not do the puff joke then. No. It's like the puff on his deathbed. He said, "What do you want?" He said, "When I die, I want you to grind me up, make me into sausages." And he went, "Right." He said, "Then I want you to eat the sausages." Why is that? He said, "Because I want to feel you go through my ass one more time."
I can't believe you said that. Fucking hell. Who is? I've got to ask because I seen him before. Love of You. Who's that? Who's Love of You?
He's been following my channel for ages.
That's
Who's
my
that?
boyfriend.
Who's that?
You want to finish?
Mate, it's he or she. She's quite funny because if you look through the comments, he's he or she. I don't know who it is. She's
Well,
quite.
we need to establish that now. You've raised the question now.
Is it a she or is it an he?
Is Love Review a male or female? Can you please answer?
That might not be. You might be totally wrong there with your personal pronouns.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
Could
Can I just stop
be an
there?
ashtray.
Right.
Could.
In my channel, you one or the other. Right. It's a he or a fucking she. You've either got it or you ain't. Right.
So Love Review is a guy.
When was you born? When was you
From
born? Was you a boy or a girl? When were you born? Don't matter what you am now.
What's what you got?
I identify as an
There you go.
Akrapovic exhaust system.
Top man.
Right,
Top man.
mate. The thing is, I ain't knocking people. Do you know what I mean? If people get born as a boy and go, I want to be a girl, fucking straight. That's your decision.
So,
do you know what I mean?
Okay, if you were to die and come back as something, what would you want to come back as? There's a question.
Hair.
Not a rabbit.
No. Hair.
Put a rabbit on your head. Same thing.
Hair.
Right. Okay. You, Rev. Go on.
Hair.
What would I come back as? Oh God.
Claudia Schiffer's thong.
No. Let me think.
Can I have another go?
Probably a whale.
A whale.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they live for a long time.
Right.
You've got the whole sea to yourself.
Yeah.
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 And nothing else is. Everything else is just small fry to you.
Just
and
fucking stay away from Japan, mate.
You're
And
the
you'll be
fucking
fine.
alpha predator.
Watch
Just
out,
go
watch
roam the ocean.
But just stay away from Japan. All those little fucking harpoon twats.
Harpoons, yeah. Or come
Yeah.
back as my wife's lover. It ain't fucking happening this time round.
That was good, Rev. That was fucking good, by the way, mate.
The other day, I said, "Oh, when I die," I said, "Would you ever get remarried?" She went, "No." I said, "Oh, that's good." She went, "No, your clothes don't fit him."
How are you still married?
She puts up with me, mate. She puts up with me.
Does
I
she
bet,
ever
you
watch
get,
your...
I bet you get fucking battered of a fucking.
I'll tell you what, I bet you on a Sunday when she's bored,
That's his fucking prison cell. Have a fucking
she
Friday night. that is.
re-watches his live streams and then goes and gives him a right fucking kicking after. Oh, how dare you say that about me, you bastard.
Go on then, Chris.
No.
Chris.
What happens is
It's
is
when
he-
she's in on
is
the
he-
Friday
what
night.
happens is he walks through and he's like, "Sorry, love, sorry, I got a bit big with the boys there, but just having a laugh. You know how it is."
I'll tell you what, she normally goes to her mum's on a Friday night and comes back Saturday
Well, fucking
afternoon.
cock on.
But the funny one was, I think it was about 8 or 9 weeks ago when I had Peaky and Zed in as well. And she said, "Oh, we'll tune in and watch your live stream." And I went, "No, you don't want to do that. No, because it's rather rude." And she went, "Oh," and they were sat down watching it on the widescreen telly. And of course, the neighbour's sitting there. She goes, "Oh, ginger beard. Oh, he's not. Oh, look at the. Oh, he's got a nice bit." And they were shouting out from there. You remember, Peaky? She went, "Who's the bloke with the ginger beard? Oh, the other one's quite. Oh, right, hang on. I'll fucking grow a beard then." That was when I started growing the beard.
Right, can I just stop there? If you rewind now and go to the beginning of this live stream when Rev explains why he's grown a beard, that is complete utter shit. That's why he's grown a beard.
Well, Boo
Now,
Rider's
that's a real
coming back as
reason.
Ronaldo.
Boo Ride as well.
Boo Rider's coming back as Ronaldo. German Jobbies is coming back as Bjork's knickers. Why
Bjork's
Bjorg.
She can't
Bjork-
fucking
Yeah, she
sing.
was a fucking skinny fucker, was she? From fucking
That's disgusting.
Iceland or
Not
something.
covered
She's
That's
an
Charles.
Icelandic chick, isn't she?
I don't want to fucking be a rabbit.
Love review. My second wife's vibrator. Oh, that's got to be the winner. That's got to be the winner.
I like Iceland. The missus said to me, "Can you take me to Iceland and make love to me?" And I went, "Yeah, all right." I got thrown out the fucking shop, but
You say if I did this again, I'd want to be like a fucking king or something. You know what I mean? And you could proper fucking go and take the piss somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking
Just
Prime
go
Minister, get in there,
just go
line
and
your own
fucking load it
pockets,
up.
take the cunt out of the country, bleed the
Yeah,
fuckers
just go-
dry. Fucking.
Just go and fucking load it up. Do you know what I mean?
Exit
You
has
know what I
asked
mean?
a really good
You ain't
question.
got to worry
there.
about fucking getting in or shit like that. You know what I mean? You
Right.
criminal record.
Okay.
Does anybody
So,
listen to podcasts?
Yeah, all the time on Spotify. So, what do you want to do, Exeter? You want to create a podcast channel, and when you say make it pay, what do you mean, mate?
Oh, fuck off, Exeter.
A podcast.
You're fucking,
Exeter.
right, Exeter, you're a fucking millionaire already. You got like fucking 11 million fucking subscribers.
You need interesting guests that are going to produce shock factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. See the.
I think the secret with podcasts, it's not really like YouTube. The difference between podcasts and YouTube is a little bit like radio and TV. You know, if you want to make a success of something because you've got something relevant to say and it's actually something that people want to listen to and you're serious, then podcasts are the way to go. YouTube is brilliant, but it seems to be flooded with a lot of people that are all struggling to say that either a different way of saying the same thing, or they're trying to carve their niche out in the marketplace. And a lot of the people now on YouTube are seemingly making money off the back of other people that have actually made it. They've got their viewers, and all they're doing is critiquing these other people and standing on their shoulders by giving critique over the established YouTuber. That seems to be the thing that's going on now. But with podcasts, that really is your chance to talk about something of a subject that could go viral. And
something with substance.
Sorry?
Something with substance.
Yeah, it's got to have
I did
relevant.
one. I use what's the one I use? Buzzsprout.
Yeah, I use Buzzsprout.
So I put one up, but I've actually titled it "The Hunt for Chinesium."
Chinesium. Not unobtainium.
See, I think you've got to have.
I think was it Peaky or Zed that mentioned the Chinesium?
Chinesium.
And we were rolling around laughing for 5 minutes.
Chinesium.
And one of my friends said to me, he said, I listened through 2.5 hours of your bloody podcast to hear this guy mention Chinesium. He said, all I've got for the next 5 minutes is just guys giggling their heads off. And I went,
Chinesium.
He said, I'm driving down the road going, oh, fucking Chinese.
No, right. Can I just say, you know, if you've got especially if you've got like, especially a podcast, you want somebody who's completely against the grain, that are either one of two things: one, they love, or two, they fucking hate what they're saying. And you've got to have that yin and yang.
They love, they hate. What do you mean? What?
Love or hate? You either love them or you hate them.
Right. The audience either
you
loves
listen
them
to
or
him.
hates them. Right.
You listen to him because he's so fucking wrong that you want to fucking argue against him, or you agree with him and you listen to him again, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I listen to people that are like,
what you're saying is you need something that's attention grabbing. It's got to draw the listener in and grab their attention.
You can't have fucking 7 people like fucking, I don't know, fucking Ollie and fucking Phil, or whatever they're fucking called. On fucking
why don't you fucking make
TV.
a podcast, Peaky? You seem like an expert in this space.
No, but all I'm saying is
you'll be bleeping out a lot of F words.
It's got to be controversial, mate. You've got to be, to make progress.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to
don't
be.
believe that.
That's
I
just
don't believe
one.
that.
That's just like one tactic.
I don't believe that.
There's other
I
ways.
don't believe
There's more
that.
than one way to
Because
skin a
mate,
cat, as we say.
if you agree with everything, you're gonna get nowhere in this world.
Well,
If you agreed with everything at work, would you be where you are now? If you agreed with everything,
most people that do podcasts,
fucking wouldn't.
they start off with knowledge is the biggest seller of anything. If you possess knowledge of something and you're going to put it on a podcast, people
Yes.
will listen because you're
Give
talking about something
people
that
something.
you're talking about something that people want to learn or know about. I mean, that might be. I mean, the most popular podcasts at the moment, when I've looked at them, are all the ones
Joe
where they're
Rogan.
all about self-development and improving your mindset. You know, there's a lot of people out there at the moment changing jobs. And there's a lot of people at the moment that are unhappy in their present positions in their jobs. And what they're doing at the moment is the only time they've got spare is putting on the radio or Spotify and listening to it through their Bluetooth. And they're listening to people give advice on whether it's how to redo your CV, how to conduct yourself in interviews, how to answer certain interview questions. You know, it's all full of them, and that's where people have got most traction from doing podcasts. But podcasts is just like radio. You know, there's different listeners for different styles. Some of us listen to radio too because we might like Steve Wright, or we might like the Pop Master in the morning, or we might like Capital Radio because it does different styles of music.
So if you only pick one subject, if your podcast only about motorbikes, for instance, say you're seriously limiting the sort of audience that you can go to.
Well, it's funneling it down, isn't it? It's fine tuning your interest.
So you want to have a broad range of topics.
Maybe if that's what you want. I mean, I don't know what Exeter's trying to achieve, what it is he wants to talk about. I mean, it would probably be quite difficult talking about the subject of motorbikes on a podcast. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I can't. Maybe I can't get my head around being able to talk about things, you know, without some sort of visual thing. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. I've not looked into it, but. I don't know. It's an interesting subject. If that's how you want to increase your audience, it could be a way to go. I don't know. Are you enjoying your barbecue Pringles? You fat bastard!
Orangutan titties.
I tell you what, that's a few £100 worth of sleeve going on there. Let's have a look. Hold up your left arm a minute.
Oh, he's got it on his body and everything.
That's a kind of £1,000 worth of shit going on there, or more.
On the wrist.
Yeah, I can imagine actually. See, I got tattoos about 30 odd years ago, and that was before the days it was all like tribal.
If you watched on the Plug Z now, going to Z's live, I showed my back, my belly, my sides. I'm covered. My legs. I'm absolutely plastered, mate. But
I've only got one tattoo left now. It's on my willy. It says, "Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day." Actually, no, I'm lying. It actually says Wendy.
It says fucking hi. That's Wendy. But I've had more. This is another thing. So all my videos are motorbike related. The most videos I've had is reference my tattoos, not my motorbike videos.
Imagine what you could do if you rode your bike naked with an Insta 360.
I'd need a very small blanking screen.
Hang on, Peaky Biker, unsubscribe.
Yeah. Right. Quite
I think I've had a few people unsubscribe. Did you know? Rev said I had 19, but I don't. I've only got 16.
Oh, you're going down.
That's because Roland. That's because Roland, Keith, and everyone in Australia unsubscribed because you had no content, mate.
Yeah, fuck them, man. I'm sorting out the wheat for the chaff. Know what I mean, mate? I only want good guys in my channel.
Mate, I'm all there for you. We've subscribed.
It's not about quantity for me. It's about quality.
100%, mate. Mate, it's better to have 30 subscribers and 30 people watching than 8 million subscribers and 100 watching.
Right, now it's funny you should say that, because when you actually look at let's look at someone that's actually quite popular and actually quite likable, and that's Bruce, Teapot One.
Right.
Actually, quite popular and quite likable.
Well, he is,
Fuck
isn't he?
you.
Yes.
I am. We're not.
Oh, he's still got 19.
Right, Teapot One. Teapot One has got 74,000 subscribers. Okay.
Yes.
Now, statistically, because I can actually look at his statistics on here. Believe it or not, only 5% of his subscriptions actually watch his videos within the first 72 hours of him releasing them.
How do you get these statistics?
Because I've got a piece of software that analyzes all your shit.
Right.
There we go then. Here's one for you then, Paul. Put in
What's that?
premises 187.
Yeah, I know Premises 187.
Yeah, he's a bigger channel than Bruce. He's got 97,500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Put in 44 Teeth. They've got 300,000 subscribers.
Well, you see, 44 Teeth. Before 44 Teeth, you had Baron von Grumble, Chris.
Yeah,
He was
good.
actually very popular.
And I joined.
Right.
And he was popular because he used to talk a lot about things like mental health and stuff like that. And he would ramble and whittle on his journey from Farnham to London down the A3. And I think what made him watchable and listenable was the fact that he actually sounds a bit like David Walliams a bit. In fact, he's a bit of a young version of David Walliams. And I think that was part of his appeal. But he's doing his little thing again now. And he's very popular.
Ah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got good chat. He's a good banter.
And he just comes out with the most random stuff. And he's just, I don't know. You just find yourself being able to just listen to him without...
See the British public. I think they enjoy a good moan, a good whinge.
Oh, yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
They're like putting somebody down.
Yeah.
Like pushing, they're like picking somebody up. They're like putting somebody down.
So
Well,
see someone going around and effectively having a good whinge and a good moan about things, and doing it well in a well-versed way. It's going to do well.
But do you know what the most popular thing is in terms of motorcycles and vehicles? The thing that gets the biggest amount of hits is when you have accidents, or when you're showing accidents, or when you ask Rev Bomb how many viewers he got when he got rear-ended by that twat in a fucking car that time.
Oh,
it's no, listen, it's no,
I'll
listen,
watch that myself.
Listen, it's
That's
no
because
fucking
people
secret.
love a bit of misfortune. People love a bit of shit.
It's no
Right.
secret. Do you
But
know
the
what
thing
people?
was,
Do you know
I
what
was,
people?
I was talking about mental health. So I said, like, oh, we have our really good days, and then we have our really down days. Oh, shit, boom.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I'm
Do you know what people
surprised
used to
it's
do for
better.
entertainment? Do you know what people
Chris.
used to do for entertainment
yeah.
before the TV? They used to go and watch public hangings and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's fucking.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
that,
there
when it
you
boils
go.
right down to it. That's what people are like. That's what
That
people
makes
enjoy.
my point entirely then, doesn't
To be
it?
fair,
Everyone
Guy.
loves a bit of misfortune.
They love it.
To be fair, Chris, I don't do that far.
And see if you brought back public hanging tomorrow, people would
Oh,
go out
yeah.
to the streets to watch it if they
Fucking,
could.
yeah,
They're
of course
allowed
they
to,
would.
man.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
A pedo getting hung, they fucking line up the streets
Man,
to watch it.
I'd like to be the cunt to the fucking hit the fucking thing, fucking drop them down with the
They
mask
used
on.
to
Hangman.
hand out rotten fruit, and you could throw the rotten fruit at them in the stocks.
Aye. Get your rotten bananas.
Yeah,
For a
get your rotten-
fiver.
Get your rotten cabbages here.
3,200 have watched me spill the bike.
And there you go. You see, that makes my point entirely.
Yeah. Definitely.
Actually, what you need to do is get some old banger of a bike in your car park and ask someone to reverse into it while you're filming it. Fuck me, it'll go viral.
No, I've said this before. You need to pretend. You need to set up somebody pinching your bike and catching them, and having like a proper old fucking tear up. Do you know what I mean? Like an old school tear up. And then
I
like,
remember
kind of
hearing
filmed.
some fact like it was see Britain was the first place to Britain basically invented slagging. We invented it, and they used to have like a public thing where you would get someone in public and people would just go out and fucking humiliate them
I've got about
verbally.
this.
And it started here, I'm sure. I remember seeing a thing about it. I can't remember the details, but
I'm just rolling back through the YouTube. Ali's just said, I know why Rev wants to come back as a whale because they got the biggest dicks. Let me just roll. I'm just rolling through all these comments that have been.
Yeah, you're a bit slow putting the comments up tonight.
It's because I'm having too much fun on the StreamYard with you lot.
Explain Pornhub. Why does that need explanation?
it's people shagging.
There you go. Explain. Happy now?
Happiness. Let's have something different. Dogs loving cats and
Cats and dogs living together. Chaos.
Oh God, what a laugh! What a laugh! How are we doing? Nearly 11:30. I need to turn in soon. Anyway, we go.
Yeah, I think
for
we need
another
to
5
wind
minutes.
it up.
Wait for Peaky to come back.
When is Simon going to ever make an appearance back on here again? Has he been on strike every Friday for the last God knows how long then?
I have absolutely no idea.
Don't think he likes us anymore.
Surely he'll be leaving the post office and becoming an HGV driver now he's passed. Is that not right?
Hopefully, or it might even be a postal delivery man. Yeah.
HGV driver for Royal.
He's from working fucking 40 hours a week to fucking 60 hours a week.
HGV driver for Royal Mail's a really good job. Like it's good paying, it's good hours and that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, but they're going to work, yeah. Right, so you can work 60 hours a week as a HGV driver. 60 hours a week.
No, it's even like a normal HGV driver.
And what do you get per hour? What do you get? What's the pay? What's the pay? What's the hourly rate?
That's what I'm saying. See, working for Royal Mail is a good job. You can get.
What's the hourly rate of a truck driver though?
About fucking £11 an hour.
There we are. Live stream from the picket line.
Yeah, why not? He should do a live stream from the picket line.
Yeah, but mate, I know what he's doing, and I understand it.
The hourly rate of a truck
wagon driver,
if you take into account the sleeping in it and all that.
Mate, when you sleep in your cab, mate, and you're doing fucking loads of hours, 67 hours a fucking week.
I'm going to be quite unpopular here.
You're shitting in bushes.
I'm going to say this, and it's quite controversial. I'm going to make myself quite unpopular, but I don't give a fuck. If everyone else that were in shit jobs, shit paid jobs, had the ability and the right to strike, I'm sure they would if they could.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a choice. If you want to work for the Royal Mail, where it's currently owned by some Czech fucking billionaire who doesn't pay tax into the UK tax system and he still lives in Europe, if you want to carry on working for that twat, crack on. Or you could just say, fuck this, and like everyone else, just leave and get another job. Why carry on working for an organisation that takes the piss like that?
It's not that fucking simple. You can't just leave and get another job. It's not that
Why
simple.
Why not?
Because
there's
you
loads
fucking
of jobs.
can. What are you going to do? There's fucking 0-hour contracts out there now and stuff. See jobs with proper jobs with a salary where you get your holidays and you get all your trimmings and all that. They're few and far between now.
Yeah,
do you know what they do now? The self-employment. That's the biggest scam out there. You're self-employed. It's the biggest con ever. It's so they don't have to. You get no rights. You've got no workers' rights. You buy all your own stuff. You're fucking right. I'm finished this.
Yeah, I've been self-employed ever since every single job that I've gone into, I'm self-employed.
Fucking right.
And by the way, I'm
Can I
fucking
just say-
self-employed as well.
Right, can I just say, Chris?
But I'm not talking
that
about
was,
that type.
That was
I'm
that was the quickest intro and outro I've ever heard. Right, this isn't fuck. I'm done.
I went in there and then I thought I stopped myself and I thought, no, stop.
Self-employed, you don't get sick pay. I don't get paid holiday.
Hang on, whoa. You self-employed?
I'm self-employed at the garage.
Why?
I'm a contractor.
Yeah, see all your boys
I've
that work for DPD, they're all self-employed. All
Well,
of
if
them.
I was Phil, I'd be worried then, because if you're self-employed, you could just turn around and say, "Fuck it, I don't feel like working today,"
Yeah,
and there's nothing you can do about it.
no. But as I said to you, I love what I do. I have done ever since day one, and I still love my job. You know, I get shit days where I get a bike and you're thinking, oh, fuck, you know, I don't want to do this. But I do love what I do, but I get I get a good wage. I'm not going to go into it. But I do get the perks and the benefits of it. So if I need something doing on my bike, I get it at trade. I get my MOTs free of charge. So I do get little perks, and Phil every now and then will say, you've done really well this week. Here's a little bit extra in your wage packet. So Phil looks after me, but I don't get holiday pay. I didn't get paid over Christmas. So I've had to work 3 days this week to make my wage packet up. But I don't get paid bank holidays. I don't get paid public holidays. My holiday, if I want time off, I am allowed, I get the same holiday rights as everyone else. So I'm allowed 4 and a bit weeks a year. Which is enough for me, but I'm only allowed to take it in a 6-day block because we're so short-staffed in the garage. I can only get 6 days out in one set, so I can't go and have a 10-day holiday.
And you're a registered MOT technician.
Yeah, but I like what I do.
If I was Phil, I'd be kissing your ass, mate.
I like what I do, and I've known Phil since we were lads together at 16, riding bikes around Milton Keynes. So
I'm not just talking. That's a kind of. I'm talking about there's major companies out there, and that's how they employ all their employees.
Yeah.
They're all self-employed.
If I'm being honest, mate, you know what I mean. I've been funny there, but
DPD's one of them. All your fucking delivery mobs, they're all doing it. All the guys that work for them are all self-employed.
Mate,
Self-employed.
And they have to buy their vehicles as well.
The car's been your hand there. Not his.
And if they damage it, they have to pay for it and all that.
Yeah. My local DPD guy, he says he's got a great big Iveco van, and it was
it's fucking slave labour, mate.
60 grand. Apparently, it takes about just under a year to start making money when you're doing the job for DPD.
Well, I've had 3 years. It's supposed to take 3 years before you start earning some cash.
Is it 3 years?
3 years, I've heard. So
it depends on what you do.
From entering to getting the van and all the rest of it is 3 years.
It's like those guys that go around with the tools. Do you ever get the snap-on van?
Yeah, the snap-on tools and all that shit. Yeah.
My mate Stuart used to do that.
I think 15 grand in the last 4 years on snap-on tools.
Yeah. Apparently they should be in profit at the end of year 2. I don't know what their latest is now, but your average yearly earnings before tax is around about £160,000 a year before tax.
Yeah.
That's turnover.
Well, my mate who did that.
I ain't surprised.
He was earning about 60 grand a year. He was earning.
Well, I've just bought myself a complete. It's Allen key, Torx bits, and hex head box, and that was just short of £300 in Snap-on. You can get the same set in Halfords for about 60 quid, but with Snap-on,
that'd be shit.
Yeah, you break a Snap-on tool, you get it replaced.
Yeah, you get you get a good
go-to.
Mac tools and Snap-on, I would say, are pretty much on a par.
To be fair though, if I was job average, I'd give it the 60 quid because the amount of time you're going to use it is slim to fuck all.
Yeah, but if you're using it,
if you're using it on a daily basis, if you're a mechanic, then go and have a Snap-on. Get you know what I mean? If it's 300 quid or 3 grand, go spend 3 grand. If that's your lifestyle for the next 20 fucking years.
Yeah. And the thing
Your
is, when
injuries.
we're at the garage, the amount of people that actually, if it's car stuff, they'll ask for Phil. Is Phil there? Is Phil there? If it's bikes, oh, is RB or Dave there? Is RB there? Is RB? Oh, and Becca. Yeah, well, I'm Becca. I can help you. No, I want to speak to Dave. I want to speak to. Oh, yeah, but I can help you with it. No, I want to speak to Dave. And the amount of times I get pulled out of the workshop for a stupid question, and like, why didn't you?
Yeah,
just
but
ask?
that's mate, that's a bit of them.
Yeah.
Exeter, see what you're saying there, right? And you're
Do you know what I
saying,
mean?
yeah, self-employed. You're running a business, a company, right? That's earning money and you're making money off it. The point I'm trying to make to you is that there's a lot of big companies out there that used to employ people and give them jobs and salaries and give them holidays and give them all the rights. But now what they do is they make them self-employed. It's a con. It's so that they don't have to give them anything.
Yeah.
They can sack them tomorrow without a fucking good
Well,
reason at all. They've got
mate,
them
it's
bent
not just
over a
that.
fucking
They're
barrel.
gonna pay sick pay. They're gonna pay fucking
That's the point. That is the
holiday
point.
pay. They're
It's
gonna
not
pay
about.
fucking danger pay. They're gonna pay
Yeah.
fuck all else. Do you
You
know
have
what
to
I
have
mean?
your own health
Aye.
insurance as well. My health insurance is £40 a month for my booper.
That's
Is that for you? Is that for you? Is that a family thing or just for you?
Mine's a family plan. So if I fall over at work tomorrow, break my leg or break my wrist, I can't work, I can claim and I will get the amount of money that I would normally get if I was working.
Well, yeah, but they look at your salary, don't they? So they look at your last 3.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
a health. That's
Fucking-
a health plan. Have you got an insurance plan?
And I've got insurance plan as well, which I also pay. So if I go terminal tomorrow, I would get 35 grand. If I snuff it, I get 7. She gets 70.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Will that pay the mortgage?
We're in a council house. I can't get a mortgage on the house at the
Oh,
moment.
right. Okay.
Because we've got, well, the office I'm in, the wall here, 3 years ago, you could put your hand in the breeze block wall. There was a huge crack in the wall. We had to have the house replastered because of a tree. So we had to have settlement meters put in. But what they did when we put in for the mortgage, I said, well, you can't do anything for at least 3 to 4 years because of the subsidence, but we will freeze your mortgage application. When the house becomes available to mortgage, we will open it up. So it got passed 2 months ago. We've put into the bank for mortgage, and they're not doing fresh mortgages at the moment because of what's going on in the UK. But we can have the house for 120,000. The house round the corner had just sold for 285, and it actually works out because my wife's 15 years younger, that she would have to take the mortgage on with me as a second person on it because of my age at 58. But the mortgage is £20 a month less than our rent.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's with no deposit.
The bells are tomorrow, aren't they? They're not tonight.
I said to her, I said, we need to push this bloody mortgage through because we're saving £20 a month. And within 15 years, the house, well, I probably won't be around, but 15 years, the house is hers. So by the time she gets to 55, the house is hers. So she's sitting on a nice little penny.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, not too shabby at all.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to shoot off.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to start winding up anyway because I've got to be up for the garage at 5 a.m, mate.
Where'd you go, Peaky? Have you shot yourself?
Oh, Marine's just rocked in as well. How you doing, Marine? We're just about to wrap up here.
Marine, set up a fucking live, man. Oh, come on.
Peaky, military's on at 1 o'clock tonight.
Fuck that.
Matt,
I ain't gonna
give me a
fucking
call.
1
Yes,
o'clock.
we could,
Fucking
mate.
no
Yeah.
chance.
Give me a call on that.
Fucking 1 o'clock. I'll be in fucking bed by then. What time is it now? What time is it now?
He's a sneaky bastard. He sits there and he
half
tells you he's
11.
not to go on us, and you're sitting there and it's like 4 or 5 in the morning here, and then he's like, right, I'm away, boys, and it's like fucking 10:30 where he is or something. Fucking. That's what
Right,
he
I'm
does.
going to start wrapping up anyway. Peaky, thanks for coming in, mate.
Thank you for everything.
Thanks very much, Chris. Sprocket Rocket. Go and subscribe to his channel, Sprocket Rocket Chris. Go and
Rev, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure
all right, no worries, mate.
If
we don't see you before, happy
to have
New
an
Year.
audience with you.
Yeah,
Rev,
happy New Year,
can I just
everybody.
grab 2 minutes?
2023. Thanks to everybody that came in. Obviously, Exeter, Lover of You, German Jobbies, White Rock, Ali, Hayden. Who else was in here? Andy.
Everyone out there, love each other. There's too much hate in the world. Spread the love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, have yourself a good one, boys. Be well. Ride safe. Enjoy your new year. Drink nice.
Rev.
Go.
Can I just butt in?
Yes.
Sorry. Can I just say?
Here we go. Half an hour later.
Oh, fucking suck me off, bellend. Can I just say thank you for me to all your subscribers and everybody who's welcoming to their fucking family or YouTube, because it's meant a lot this year.
Welcome, mate. Very welcome.
And you know, it for us small channels, it means a lot to have somebody fucking pushing our channel and a platform for us to be able to get out there. So, Rev,
pleasure, mate.
I appreciate it, mate. And
that's all right. I just do what I do.
Thank you, Mucker. You know what I mean? Because
as I say, it's not all about me. It's about our community.
Yeah. But you up there, mate, and you've given us the opportunity to come on.
Rev, I just come here for the shits and the giggles, mate, and a laugh. It's like hanging with the boys, man. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
But brilliant, guys.
But what I'd like to say, obviously, I'd like to say thank you to Rev, because he does this every week, and you know what I mean. I want to take my hat off to him and say thank you.
Fun. That's all right. Thanks very much, mate. Much appreciated. As I say, we've got a fantastic WhatsApp motor vlog group. We've got a nice ride group going on the WhatsApp. There is some funny stuff on there as well. We have fun with obviously Boat and Biker Bird. She's a foul-mouthed old
mate. She's a fucking bloke. Shay Bird. The bloke is disguised.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for coming on, boys. We'll see you in the new year. Until then, as always, Peaky Biker over here. Go and subscribe to his channel. Mad Old Biker down there. And of course, let's get Sprocket Rocket Chris over 50 before the end of the weekend. Go and subscribe to his channel. He hasn't got no content, but something that will go up this weekend. But thanks very much. And as always, guys, be well, ride safe. And from RB, it's a big goodbye from me. Take care, everybody. Happy New Year.
Peace, love.
See you later.